Let's go. Little four-game mop. We'll do the body good and the mind good. Welcome in. Benham Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Monday morning. Man, what an exciting weekend out at our beloved Petco Park. Sold out every single night. What a baseball town we live in here in San Diego. So very happy for the fellas. Obviously, some bad news potentially coming down the pike yesterday. This is just fantastic, though. The way that the boys are playing right now. We'll talk about the good, the bad. Really, no ugly to talk about over the weekend when you win 4 games in a row. Now, I get it. It's Colorado Rockies, guys. That team might as well have been the 27 Yankees the last few years against our beloved San Diego Padres. The sleep demon, somebody said. Yeah, like that was like my white whale every year. I was like, I can't believe we have to play the Rockies right now.
Just beat the Rockies.
Beat the Rockies.
And then we'll figure everything else out.
See what happens, man. But great to be here with you guys, man. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Benjamin, how are you, sir?
I'm good. We can worry about Nick Pivetta later in the hour. Let's enjoy a well-played weekend of baseball.
Yes.
And the fact that the Padres are now 10-6 and have the second best record in all of Major League Baseball.
It's crazy. It's almost like it's a long season.
It is. And it moves fast.
I remember being ridiculed mercilessly for saying, guys, it's a long season. Guys, they could easily, just so you know, they could easily lose the next 6. Like, it just is the dumbest thing. And you guys know that, but sometimes it's important to reiterate to you just how long this season is.
And it's just started.
I didn't know that. LFGSD. I don't think Sunday was sold out. Apologies for my incorrect. I like to be correct on this program. So if they did not sell out Sunday, maybe it was the threat of imminent rain. I have no idea. But it never came. It never came.
39,786.
Geez, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty damn good for a Sunday.
I guess technically, probably not a sellout.
39K is nuts. But I kept waiting for the rain to come yesterday as well. It's light dusting, and we had 2 games yesterday. So I was at the baseball fields all weekend, which is a dream. It's a dream come true. Both my kids played all weekend long, and I had double headers each game. Like Taylor played first, then Bo played first, then Taylor yesterday. It was awesome, man. But you kept kind of waiting, especially during Taylor's game, for the skies to open up. And you look up and you're like, come on, any second. You had the Masters was going on. Padres game was on. And, it'd been enough. Everyone was ready to go at this point. When the little kids are going, are we done? Hey, coach, how many more? Do we have to hit again? Yeah, this other coach over here.
We get to hit again.
Yeah, we get to. This other coach over here really, really wants to get all 9 in today or something. So, yes, we're still playing. Quit asking me when the game's over. I don't know. So that's where we were at. Yeah, man, we had a lot of ball this weekend. It was awesome, though. So much fun. How'd you guys do? I want to hear about Artemis, man. That's what I want to know.
Let's go back to Friday.
Wow, that was Friday.
Yeah, that was back on Friday
weekend.
After the show. Had my day-long coverage of the Artemis II Orion capsule splashdown, Scripps News National coverage. I was our West Coast anchor. I was located inside the San Diego Air and Space Museum in Balboa Park. Had a really cool live shot. I was right in front of the Apollo 9 capsule, which was
so cool.
Just like the Artemis II was one of the missions that was getting ready to land on the moon again, just like Artemis 4 is going to land on the moon, Apollo 11. So we had a good spot. Everyone was asking, well, why aren't you out on the coast? Well, you can't see anything. It was too far away. Right. So we were really just at the watch party. But thousands of people showed up at the museum. I mean, thousands of people braved Friday traffic to get down there for a shared experience.
Wow.
To watch this capsule splash down. And everything went pretty much just like NASA wanted it to. All the trajectories, the timing. Yeah. I mean, it splashed down. They said like a week ago, 5:07 p.m. Pacific on Friday. And wouldn't you know, exactly at 5:07 p.m. Pacific, just where they said it was going to. I mean, math for the win. They knew exactly what was going to happen. Yeah. Our coverage went off pretty much without a hitch. We were pretty happy with how it went. Our company was thrilled. We put it all together in just 2 or 3 days to get it done.
Now, how did What's his name?
Mike Trim. Mike Trim was a solid anchor. Weaving
a little bit of Mike Trim.
In and out of the coverage.
Yeah,
probably watched a little Mike Trim. He was our Palm Beach, Florida anchor from the other side of the country. He covered the launch and was doing the in-studio kind of the orchestrating of the coverage. He was the grand master of ceremonies.
Okay, so you were here, and Mike Trim was in Florida. Ben and Mike Trim, you guys put on a good show.
Yeah, and then it took a while to get the astronauts.
Ben and Trim. Incredible.
It took a while to get the astronauts out of the capsule. So after the splashdown, I was kind of like, can we just be done with this?
Did you have to riff?
It was like an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were on until 6:45, I think, is when they finally wrapped up the coverage. And I'm mostly just standing there waiting in case they need to go to me at that point. And I'm going,
put it this way, they landed
it's Friday. I want to go home. I am like, I am
gassed.
done. I'm ready. I'm gassed. Long week.
They splashed down at 5:07, and I thought the Padres game at 6:40 was going to start before we actually got them out.
I had no idea.
It was like a helicopter overhead coverage of 6 boats, Navy divers, like everything. But it took, for good reason, I'm sure it took like 45 minutes to an hour before like they even got the hatch open.
Is that standard?
I don't know. They're like, we're not really sure what's going on here.
They had some sort of just communication difficulty on like one of the channels was you could hear them, but they weren't getting back and forth, so they needed to take a little extra time. Plus, they have they call it the front porch. They have to put the collar and the floating thing so they can get them out. Because when you've been in space for 10 days. It's not like you can just go swimming or anything. They're going to make sure that they don't fall in the ocean and die at that point. That would be a really bad ending because they weren't careful enough
and everything.
Yeah, you've lost some muscular strength for 10 days with no gravity, so they have to be really careful. So it took a while, and I was getting kind of antsy. And finally, they said, "Okay, you're clear." It was 6:45. We had like 20 minutes to break down all the lights and cameras and cords and everything that we had set up. Me and my photographer Amal from Channel 10, who I was working with. They closed. They announced, "Hey, we're closing the museum 7:00." So they make the announcements. Everyone's heading to the exits at this time as well, and we head back. We had parked down below by the service dock. So it's 3 levels. That Circular Air and Space Museum, main museum level. There's a second floor up top, and then a basement with all the unused exhibits and stuff where they work on things like the shop down there. And that's where we came in through the loading dock. So we get all of our equipment. We get back to the elevator where we came in, and we push B1 to go down from level 1. And the elevator's not moving. And there's a code. So we tried to type it in. They told us what it was. And Amal had done it before. And he said, "No, it's worked perfectly." But it wouldn't move. So we just tried to hit the elevator open button, and it wouldn't open up again. And then we tried, okay, so we'll just hit 1. Maybe it'll just take us to the same floor. Then all the lights are all lit up, 2, 1, and B1. And then I try holding down the just open elevator button, and then the close button, and then the open button. Nothing's happening. And we are not moving. We are stuck in there. Then the lights in the elevator go out for like 5 seconds, and then they go back on.
Oh my God.
Now I'm a little worried. It's not like in the middle of the floors or anything, but no one wants to, they're closing, everyone's leaving. I have this vision. We're going to be stuck like all night in an elevator.
Yeah, eating each other.
Yeah, but they do have one of those buttons with the phone button, like emergency call. So, all right. So never done this before. I've never been stuck in an elevator before. What happens when you hit that button? So we hit it, and the speaker
self-destruct in 5.
Speaker comes 3. On. It's like stand by, blah, 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 and then you hear a phone, and then all of a sudden, this woman comes on from the Otis Elevator Company. I guess there's like a direct line to the elevator maintenance operator. And we explain the situation. She says, "How long have you been there?" It's been about 7 minutes so far. We're still stuck.
Okay, you guys are almost out of oxygen. So if you could just get off this call right now and stop talking.
She said, try doing this. Okay, it might be off the rail. So if you can just jiggle the door a little bit. And I said, it's not helping. It's not working. She says, try to reset by pushing this button. Says, it's no go. She says, I'm going to try to contact one of our mechanics, and get them there as soon as possible. And then she goes, but do not try to wedge the door open yourself. It could end badly for you.
That's what she says.
That's exactly her quote.
Oh.
I'm going, It could end badly for us. What do you mean? It could
fall down the elevator shaft.
She didn't say that. I didn't really want to. I didn't want her to specify it. But why would you be trained to tell someone who's stuck in an elevator, two people who are stuck alone in an old rickety elevator?
Did you think about going out the top?
I did not.
Like Silence of the Lambs. No? Would have been the first thing I thought. All right, I'm going to get on your shoulders, Amal. I'm going to get on your shoulders. I'll go get help. I'm not going to leave you here, man. I got to get out of this thing. And there's no way I make it.
I'm not claustrophobic. I was pretty calm until then. But once she said it could end badly for you, at that point I started freaking out a little bit.
Yep, I get you.
And then we could hear, then we heard some people that were outside and they were like, we're trying to get into the elevator. And I go, we're in here. We're stuck in here. And they go, you're in the elevator? I guess, yes, we can't get the door open. And then they started trying to jam it open. I go, no, don't do that.
No, it'll end badly. It's going to end badly for all of us.
Don't force it open. There's some sort of, trigger self-destruct mechanism or something. They found a mechanic after about 15 minutes. We were extricated.
Man.
They got it open and we walked down, and
you guys were just right outside of the floor.
Yeah, we weren't between the floors. It hadn't moved up or down. We were still the first floor. We were just stuck and couldn't get out.
I would have pried the door. I would have tried to pry the door open.
And you wouldn't have after they said
I did pry an elevator door. Open.
I've done it before.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Did
in an
you know
elevator.
it could have ended badly?
No, I had no idea.
When I hit the button, they just told me they thought we were pranking them.
Yeah, of course.
They said like it was in high school, and they said, "Sir, this is a stressful time for our country.
Serious.
We don't put up with pranks like this." I go, "I'm stuck in the elevator.
I'm stuck here, man."
I was at the airport.
That would have been a wreck.
Me and my buddy, we pried it open and climbed. We're like 4 feet below.
Yeah, just
like it was like eye level the floor.
Oh yeah.
So we just kind of like climbed on up and climbed
Get the
out.
hell out of there. Till it starts moving up and then you get squished in between. That's what she was worrying about. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. So, got home a little bit later than I expected on Friday after the coverage, but alive, which is good.
Claustrophobia is a real thing. I don't even think I told my wife this story, but I took the boys on Saturday to the Children's Museum at downtown. Amazing place, right? Incredible. But they have this, I don't really know how to describe it, except it's kind of anchored into the ground, but it's all made of it looks like it was crocheted. Okay? But it's very thick crocheting. It's like a big open deal there's little holes that you crawl up into in different little levels of these little crocheted areas, but it's very thick. It's very sturdy. They have these big dangling things that they like to swing on, and we obviously made all the swinging from D's nuts
like
jokes.
A big pot holder or something.
Yes, like a giant, like the biggest pot holder you've ever seen, and it's bolted into the ceiling, bolted into the ground. It's very firm. So there's 50 kids and they're crawling up through the little holes and they're having a ball. So I'm just leaning against the wall. I'm sitting on the ground. I'm leaning against the wall and I'm not doing anything. My kids are playing. I'm having a great time. All of a sudden I hear, Dada, Dada. And I ignore it because like I said, there's 50 kids in there. I don't know that it's mine. I have no idea. And I'm waiting, just chilling. Finally, he gets me. I go, kind of sounds like one of mine. Let me walk around and see.
They all sound similar.
They all do. I mean, and again, there's 50 of them in
theoretically,
there.
It could be mine.
Right. So I go, might as well just check. Better safe than sorry. I walk around to it. I'm like, Tay-Tay, Dada! And he's done. He is done. I can't get out. I go. So then I start pulling the crochets. If I'm looking for the hole, I go, I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea either. Bo's in there. I'm like, Bo, get him out of there. Okay, Dad, I will. It was like 15 minutes of them searching for the exit to that thing. Here's the deal. You'll go down one hole, then go all the way to the bottom, and there's no way out. So now you're stuck at the bottom. You have to crawl back up to the hole you just came in, dive out of that, find the right hole. I go, this thing may be a little bit too much. I got him out.
Sounds
there.
like one of those humane traps for animals that they can't get out, and you release them back into the wild.
That's exactly right.
But it's for children.
Kids. He sat. I finally got him out. He was pouring sweat and sobbing. I just held him for maybe 5 minutes, rubbing his head. It's okay. I'm here. I'm sorry. It was excruciating. He's like, can we go somewhere else? I go, yeah, you know what? Let's get out of here. So yeah, I totally get it. A lot of claustrophobia this weekend. No claustrophobia though for the Ben and Woods program on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Wanted to stop down for a moment and thank Tyler Heaps and all of SDFC for taking the Ben and Woods program under your wing that night and letting us come out there and hang. It was the time of our lives. Now, we did not get the result that we wanted, not even close. But
we haven't been that lucky, the two of us at least, going to SDFC games.
I'm 0-2.
I'm 1-1.
I'm 0-2.
1-2.
It's terrible. What's our combined show record?
Not good. 2-4. 5.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It was a terrible result, but where they sat us in the field box, the pitch box. I mean, it was unbelievable. The guys were right here. It was food, drink, the whole thing. It was so much fun. My kids had the time of their lives. They all got red carded by the official, by the way, ran over and gave them all red cards, which I thought was so funny.
Now, this was before the game?
Yeah, this was before the game.
We still thought maybe the official was cool.
Was going to be cool.
And then we found out during the game,
he wasn't.
Not cool at all, MLS refs. Not cool at all in that game.
He in particular was horrible, as were the rest of them in that game. And but listen, you can't blame the refs, man. That's a game that you have to win. And you didn't. And you didn't even get the equalizer late, Ben. It was a rough one, but the kids had fun. The family had fun. It was a really special night, one that we will never forget. So I want to thank them. They were fantastic, man. Fantastic to us. So
absolutely.
I enjoyed the food and drink down there.
God, it was so
like
good.
Order or go get whatever you wanted. It was pretty cool.
You got to see in real time what sugar-filled crackheads look like.
They had like a box of snacks just waiting for you, like Skittles and Red Vines and nuts and chips and everything. And it was all right there. And your kids just attacked it.
They did. And we had a neighborhood buddy with us.
Sour Patch Kids.
And then, they're dancing and you can just see the effects of it on them. And then, they end up crashing out really, really hard after. But it was such a great night.
Having now watched a couple of seasons of MLS, you really didn't understand how hard they kick the ball and how athletic they are and how physical it is. I mean, they're constantly battling and fighting and pushing, and it's not a sport for the faint of heart. Those guys, I mean, going for those headers, I see why concussions are a problem in soccer, because these are big, strong, athletic guys who are just, bopping against each other, and they're not wearing pads like football players. They're just doing it and running and sprinting, and you're so close right there. It's a pretty amazing perspective, but really no bad seats at Snapdragon for a soccer game.
No, and I will say, sorry, Tyler, but I'm now ruined for sitting in a normal seat because it was just the most spectacular view you could ever have. And it was awesome, man. It was a great family night. We had such a good time. So thank you guys for having us. It was really special. My family just loved it so much. We went and got them their new kits, and they loved it. So, I mean, we were right there on the pitch. It was incredible. So fun, man.
I mean, being down there when the fireworks went off before the game, you're like,
thank you.
And
guys.
you could feel the supporters group.
Oh my!
We were in press box or pitch box one, closest to that the north goal.
Frontera SD right there,
and they were just like on top of us, and it was so cool. Loud and so awesome.
I just kept marveling all night. How do they do that? How do they never stop singing and yelling. They never
jumping.
They never stop.
Yeah.
Like they're moving. I wonder if they check their watch, their Garmin, after the game. Is it like 75,000 steps? Their heart rate is 165. Like they just go and go and go and go and go.
And the drums never stop.
Really, the drums never stop.
And
they're always on beat.
Every so often I'd see a glint out of the right of my eye.
Yeah.
And it was the Chromaniac.
It was the Chromaniac himself, Craig Elsten.
He will join us coming up at 7:35 this morning. We'll talk about the game and the Padres and more. But yeah, you could just the actual glint of the Chromaniac. Very
It's crazy.
Very apparent from the pitch boxes.
Yeah, super fun. We had such a good time to pregame down at San Diego Brewing Company. That was awesome.
Good
also.
turnout.
Really
place
good turnout.
Was hopping down in
Food,
Mission Gorge. A lot of
spectacular.
tier ones. The Ben and Woods pizza that Tyson made.
My God.
With the meatball
Pork
and
belly.
the pork belly and the hot honey and the basil.
It was
Calabrian
unreal.
chili oil.
Calabrian chili was delicious.
We had
It was
such a
one of
good
the
time.
best pizzas I've ever had.
Same, absolute same, man.
Had a couple of Beat LA, Ben and Woods Beat LA lagers while we were there.
It was brilliant.
Had a really good time.
I spilled Paulie's Beat LA lager.
Yeah, right when you got in.
Right when I got in, I was a little flustered.
You come in like a hurricane, though, with the family, everything.
What's my alternative, man? We came screeching in the parking lot an hour behind, you guys. So I'm trying to get inside, and I'm trying to get 3 kids all settled.
I was talking with a listener there, and
I
you came
just
over and you
peek.
go, Paulie, I knocked over your
Knocked
beer.
over your beard, man. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I figured. I looked over and I saw the mess, and I go, that was my beer. I'm
That was
pretty
probably-
sure that was mine.
And it was probably Woodsy that did it.
It's okay.
Anyway, it was awesome. We had a great time. Padres really did not let us down this weekend either at all. We'll talk about all of that today. We'll have some fun on a Monday.
We'll start.
Holy sheets.
Yeah, we'll start with the wrap-up, but
How
we'll
great-
get to another walk-off and more coming up.
How great was that Don Orsillo call? The Holy Sheets call. Who does it better than Don
Which one
Orsillo?
was better, the night before?
I like this one better.
I think
Or
it's
this one,
Friday
the
night. Yeah.
Grand Slam
Back to back.
walk-off,
Number 2.
or-
You're
Wait.
just
No, the
Grand Slam was
Sheets.
Thursday night,
Sheets.
and
Yeah.
then Sheets had the
both of
3
those
run.
Boom Grand Slam was amazing.
That was
too.
great too.
We'll have
Both
to
were
compare them
fantastic.
later.
Who's better than that guy?
Dude, Donnie's the best.
No one.
Goat.
No one.
All right, we'll get to our wrap up. We'll set the menu for what we've got coming up on a very busy Monday morning. Hope everybody had as good of a weekend as we did. Tier 1's broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It is Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second. Got a Rockies therapy session with my co-host here in a moment. You're scarred by the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah,
though.
I have been.
Maybe unnecessarily so. I'll explain in just a minute. First, Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Here's what we got coming up on the program today. First, we will get to our wrap-up of the Padres' 5th consecutive win yesterday, but it did come with a potential cost. Nick Pavetta's elbow stiffness that got him removed from the game in the top of the 4th inning after he had retired all 9 batters that he had faced. It was eerily reminiscent to Joe Musgrove coming off the field during the playoffs, which is why I think we all immediately went to the worst possible scenario in our minds.
It's the you see it, listen, you see it a lot. You see it a lot.
Oh,
in
just
Major
watch
League
baseball. You've seen that play.
The old shoulder shimmy, like son of a bitch. There it goes, right? And again, don't want to speak. I watch enough baseball, know enough baseball. I've heard not just Padres officials talk about injuries over years, but every team. This is a pretty standard operating procedure. I know that we live in a silo here with the San Diego Padres, but you can rest assured, Ben, Terry Francona, if this happens to Rhett Lauder, is saying the exact same stuff. Yeah, there's a I could see him maybe making his next start, maybe not. We'll see. Gotta, let it calm down. It's standard. It's standard across baseball. It's very rare that they go, yeah, there's something popped and he's going to be out for a while.
We will give you the update on what the Padres are saying, and if Nick Pivetta is out for any amount of time, including a significant amount of time, what are the possible alternatives that the Padres have right now, both inside and maybe outside the organization. And then coming up at 7 o'clock, we can go back to the other 2 wins since we've last spoken to you on Friday morning, including another walk-off. Paulie's putting together all the calls of Gavin Sheets' 3-run home run to walk it off on Friday night. That was incredible.
Special, man.
We will get to that. 7:20. Don't do this. Including a funny moment from Seattle, the next opponent for the San Diego Padres. They're coming in tomorrow. Once again, another team getting hot just in time to face the Padres. The Pirates were hot, and then the Padres took 2 of 3. The Rockies were hot. They had won 4 straight. Then they lose 4 straight. Now the Mariners have won 3 in a row. They will play 1 more this afternoon, going for their 4th win in a row before they come to San Diego tomorrow night to open a 3-game series.
Boy, wouldn't that be great to turn the tables a little bit? Instead of being the get right gang, it's the we're here to snuff out your fire gang. It doesn't really roll off the tongue.
we can workshop
I'm workshopping that one.
We can workshop
it. Just popped into my head. But yeah, last year it was, oh man, these guys are playing like crap, and this guy's got an 8 ERA, comes out and twirls a 2-hit shutout, and the team wins 3 out of 4. I did not like being the get right gang last year, and I would love to turn the tables. I think that breeds an incredible season ahead.
As I mentioned, we'll talk both soccer, SDFC, and Padres with Craig Elsten, our regular Monday feature at 7:35. And then Dennis Lynn from The Athletic will have more on the Padres and probably Nick Pavetta's status at 8:35. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it's better. Sandwiched in between the interviews, a little take on Woods. First game of the week, we got a new prize. Field level Padres tickets are our new prize for Take on Woods if you want to battle in our music, TV, or movie trivia contest. 9 o'clock hour, Reindl Report. Maybe get into Rory's win at the Masters yesterday. I was split screening it between the Padres and the Masters. I didn't think it was the best Masters ever, but Rory made a couple of really good shots down the stretch. Like the par 3 12th, that birdie there, challenging that pin position on a Sunday. It was impressive.
Blew a pretty big lead. Only to come back and
he was up 5 going into the weekend, and then
pretty nuts.
Lost it all on Saturday, and then had to come back and from behind because he went all the way down to 9 under, getting back to win it actually fairly comfortably. Bogey the last hole to make it look a little closer than it was, but beat Scotty Scheffler by 1. Big names on the leaderboard, but Rory back-to-back Masters wins.
Crazy, man.
So we'll get to all of that. But before we get to our wrap-up, I could tell in your voice, you expect the worst when the Rockies are in town.
Oh, yeah.
And that's been the case in the past. Padres have had 2023, 2024 struggles against the Rockies. They kind of got over it last year. You know the record against the Rockies last year?
1-12.
10-3.
Okay.
Went 10-3 against the Rockies last year. They weren't.
I don't believe you.
They weren't exactly a thorn in the Padres side in 2025, and now
believe you.
They're 4-0. So 14-3 since the start of last year against the Colorado Rockies.
All right, before that, what was it?
Yeah, before that, it was bad. But
1-27.
Let's calm down a little. They've started taking care of business against that team from Denver. Maybe you can just relax a touch.
What was it again?
14-3 since the start of last year against
those
the Colorado
three
Rockies.
really got you.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's about as good as you can possibly ever hope to go against a single opponent in a 17-game stretch.
Yeah, man. You give 7. Yeah, all right. We got 17 games. 14-3. We'll take it.
We'll take it against just about anybody.
All right.
So, you okay
Fine.
now?
I think that made me feel a little bit better. I'm going to need to go confirm with my sources to make sure that that's true. But yeah, that makes me feel better.
All right, let's.
That's called handling business.
Exactly.
Good.
Some handling of the business, including yesterday, even with the bullpen having to come in for Nick Pivetta. Let's get to our Padres wrap-up because we love winning times 5
times. Come on.
Coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by Rivermark Medical. Jam-packed northbound on the 5 at L Street with the crash, and then further north at the 75, another accident. Delays, they go all the way back to National Avenue. Rivermark Medical is conducting a rapid 3 study for FlowStent, a minimally invasive device designed to relieve symptoms from BPH. Men 45 or older suffering from frequent, painful, or difficulty urinating may qualify. Learn more at rivermarkmedical.com. That's rivermarkmedical.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's like better than losing.
Are you ready? How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap-up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
A 1 pitch. Machado swings, laces it into center field. Doyle will line it up, make the catch. Laureano tagging at third on his way. Here comes the throw. It's cut, and a sac fly gives the Padres a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. On a strike, Fermin swings, hits it in the air to left field. Moniak tiptoeing in, now back a step, makes the catch. France tagging at third on his way. He will score without a throw. Second sac fly of the day, and 2-0 Padres here in the second pitch. Julian checks the swing, takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, and the count now even 2-2. And Mark Grogo, the head athletic trainer, and Craig Stammen, the Padre manager, are now going out to check on Nick Pivetta after that 2-2 fastball. And Nick is kicking at the dirt on the pitching rubber in obvious frustration. He's coming out of this game.
Not happy.
Heading for the far stairs of the Padre dugout, obviously going to go right down the tunnel into the clubhouse. But on a day in which things were just kind of moving right along for Nick Pivetta, they obviously saw something and immediately went out to get him. Sends this one in the air, high and deep to left center field. Doyle's going back. He's at the wall looking up. This one gonna go. Welcome back, Ty France. First home run this go-round as a Padre, and it's 3-0 here in the fourth. Sullivan swings, hits it in the air to right field, pretty well struck. Johnson on his horse into the gap, not going to get there. Hits up against the base of the wall. Tovar has scored. Doyle's on his way. A 2-run double for Brett Sullivan, and a 1-run game here in the fifth inning. It's 3-2. Manny swings, lines it the other way, into right field and a base hit. Jackson had to wait and see. Going to try and score anyway. He's on his way. He will score. Freeman's throw goes into second base. An RBI single for Manny. He's knocked in his second run of the day. And now 4-2 San Diego. And Laureano hammers it deep to left field. Moniak is back. He will watch. It's going to go. Second straight day with a home run for Ramon Laureano. This one a 2-run shot. And the Padre lead is 6-2. 1-2 pitch is launched. Deep to right field for Jackson Merrill. You can forget it. Third of the year for Jackson. This one way out. And a home run to begin the bottom of the seventh inning. Third of the day for the Padres, and it's 7-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Rumfield swings and misses, strike three, and Rodriguez shuts the door on a 7-2 win over the Rockies as the Padres sweep a 4-game series from these guys for the first time this century. Got to go back to June of '99. 3 more home runs for the Padres, and 5 pitchers combined to hold the Rocks to just 2 hits on the afternoon.
I think, you can probably hear it in my voice. We're all kind of sniffling and snotting around a little bit. He was doing some of that too. I don't know if that affects recovery or whatever, but just didn't feel quite, 100% today, and dealing with the elbow stiffness, and, it's kind of dealing with it the whole game, and got through 3 innings, and then got to the point where it just felt like, there's no reason for him to fight through it.
Craig Stammen with a very benign explanation of Nick Pavetta's early exit yesterday after 9 up, 9 down.
Man,
to start the outing against the Colorado Rockies.
I really hate to be a cynic. I do. I mean, there's certain things in life I'm cynical about, and then there's certain things in life I'm optimistic about. When it pertains to elbow injuries, I'm very, very cynical. We were just talking about my cynicism with the Colorado Rockies. Now, I would say the evidence would tilt way more in my favor. Typically, when a guy puts his head down, calls for the trainer, walks off, goes into the locker room, and then the manager comes on. He's like, he had a cold. I don't know. Call me cynical, but at least once a week I see some kid walking off the mound going, that's it. You know what I mean? And
is that one of those things like Stammen gets done with the game, walks into an office, talking with the training staff, and they're like, hey, we don't know. We haven't done any imaging yet. And he goes, they're out there. I got to go say something.
So then, okay, my answer is this. But do you do yourself, if you're Craig Stammen, have you now done yourself a disservice? Because now it's on the record of, he had a cold, sniffly. I know when I get a cold, my UCL is the first to go. And it really just acts up and flares up on me. But I think now instead of coming out and going, guys, I got no information. It's so easy to just go.
You saw it. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see.
I got no information. I really don't know yet. We'll let you know as soon as we know.
I think it's human nature to try to be optimistic for everybody's spirits. You don't want to bring everybody down after a good win and
that's
5 in a row.
He went to the office. He opened the drawer, got out his polish and his rag, and was like, hang on, I'm going to go polish this up for the media. Aren't you cynical?
If you're also like 99% sure it's bad news, there's also no reason to postpone it. You're going to have to tell everybody eventually. People are going to notice if Nick Pivetta doesn't make any more starts for a year plus. Wait,
they're off today.
Nick Pivetta. So you're still dealing with that cold.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a cold.
It's September. It's a bad cold.
Well, they're off today, so about 3:30 tomorrour, I'm guessing. Craig Stammen will be in the dugout in front of everybody, and I don't know. We'll probably hear, he's day to day right now. We're going to do some more imaging, and then
is it a strategy thing?
Not really, because there's no chance Nick was going to pitch until at least Saturday anyway. So it's not as though you're keeping the Mariners are not going. He wouldn't have even faced the Mariners.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Like
I think there is some strategic elements. Like yesterday when Kyle Freeland did not start, it was a bit of. And now I don't know when the Rockies knew that he wasn't going to make it, but there's a bit of gamesmanship there. Craig Stammen has set an entire lineup for Kyle Freeland, and then they pulled the bait and switch and go with the bullpen game instead. Craig Stammen might have had a different lineup against a bullpen game than he would have against Kyle Freeland. So
turned out not to matter.
It turned out not to matter. You'd probably rather face a worn-out Colorado Rockies bullpen with any lineup that you can go with rather than Kyle Freeland, who's their best starter. So the Padres got a break probably there. But at the same time, there is sometimes an advantage to withholding information. In this case, I don't see how.
I never have understood the advantage that you get. Now, again, somebody could sit me down and explain it to me, and I'd go, oh, okay. Maybe it has to do with organizations, they're secretive. They want to keep things in-house. And I'm okay with that. I am. I think if Nick Pivetta is coming off and maybe even he is feeling like delusional going, no, I think I'm going to be okay. You don't want to tell him you're not going to be okay. Correct.
You don't want to be the one that's telling the media when the player hasn't even accepted it yet on his own that he's like,
I don't know.
I think there's still a chance I could be.
I watched him bite his glove in frustration. He walked right off.
And then maybe as he walked into the clubhouse, he goes, maybe it's okay. Let me give it a couple days. You don't want to be the one that says he's got no chance. If he still thinks he's got a chance, then you've got to pretend to everybody else for his sake that he may still have a
Yeah,
chance.
and this isn't even like a Stammen misstep, in my opinion, because Schilt did it, Melvin did it, everybody does it.
No one's accusing the Padres of malfeasance, like they did something wrong to break Nick Pivetta.
No.
The pitchers get hurt.
Do you want to hear the whole post-game exchange?
We can get to the rest of the game in a second.
No, I have just Craig Stammen.
I'll find Nicky P for you and send it over.
Okay,
It's,
get to that.
I think,
different.
you can probably hear it in my voice. We're all kind of sniffling and snotting around a little bit. He was doing some of that too. I don't know if that affects recovery or whatever, but just didn't feel quite, 100% today, and dealing with the elbow stiffness, and, it's kind of dealing with it the whole game, and got through 3 innings, and then got to the point where it just felt like, there's no reason for him to fight through it.
Is this something that he just started to feel today, or was it something that he felt prior?
Yeah, I think it's similar to what he was going through in spring training. Very similar to the same thing. I think we caught it early enough this time. Hopefully things will be all right, but you just, anytime it's someone's elbow, especially a pitcher, it's, reason for caution, and that's probably why we took him out of the game when we did.
What will be the plan to evaluate him moving forward?
Trainers will check him out. I don't know if they'll get imaging or not. Just kind of depends on how he feels tomorrow and whether they think that's necessary or not.
Any idea who's taking displacement rotation?
We still haven't, we'll see how he feels tomorrow. There's a world where he makes his next start, so I think we're optimistic that we caught it at the right time, and that he just needs a little breather and maybe get healthy and get some vitamin C in him, and we'll feel a little bit better.
How much concern, Craig, is it that 2 years ago, right around the same time, he had a flexor elbow strain in Boston?
Nick's got a history that we're well aware of, and that's why we try to take as best care of him as we can. Our trainers and doctors have been on top of it since the very beginning, since the day we got him. So it's part of who Nick is, part of being a pitcher, honestly. That's just kind of the nature of our game, and, throwing pitches that are as nasty as his. So, we'll have his best interest in mind and take care of him as best we can.
All right. If you want to read the most optimistic viewpoint, Craig said he felt like this in spring training. We shut him down. They shut him down for about a week, and then he came back and he pitched really well. Obviously, he was able to bounce back the first time. Is it crazy that they think maybe we just do the same thing again, shut him down for 7 to 10 days, bring him back, and he looks like Nick Pivetta again, like he did? Or is there something deeper and more concerning about it?
More nefarious.
I guess we will find out.
In the elbow. I sure hope not. Here's what Nick had to say.
I'm not going to get too much into it. Just didn't feel great today. Team was able to pull off a great win. Bullpen picked me up big time, and just see how things go from here.
Did you say not feel great? Is it physically, is it an illness or something more structural in the arm or in some place you felt something?
I think it's too early to tell for me. I just tried to go out there and do the best I could and get as deep in this baseball game as I possibly could. Obviously didn't feel good. I came out of the game, but like I said, bullpen picked me up. Team did a great job. A lot of home runs, a lot of great plays. Was able to get a really good sweep and build some good momentum as well.
This specific pitch, you felt the soreness?
Like I said, I'm not going to get too into details. Just take it day by day right now. I think it's too early to tell.
Somebody getting spanked in the background? Because that's all I kept hearing is he's getting the belt to ass in the Padres locker room.
I don't know how you could hear that and
be
really
like,
be super optimistic.
He has a cold.
Clearly has a cold. He goes, I don't really want to talk about it, but I felt something and had to leave the game.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't really want to get more into details right now. We're just gonna go day by day. This is textbook. This is textbook.
Yeah.
If you look up Tommy John surgery, this is exactly how it
UCL
goes.
repair.
I think the consensus is Matt Waldron, welcome back to the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
He's been throwing very well at AAA on rehab assignment, and if they don't promote him here by the end of his 30-day rehab assignment, they lose him to have to DFA him, and they don't want to do that. So
Nicky goes on the IL. I'm imagining
that would be my guess, and Matt Waldron could come back and make that start on Saturday potentially. So that's the first up. Whether it means long term, if you're going to lose Nick Pivetta for a while, I would imagine AJ Preller will have to do some more serious shopping for starting pitching at the trade deadline. If you are really a playoff contender, which over the last few days, they've looked like they might be.
I mean, all the Nikki P stuff aside, it was a blight on an otherwise phenomenally beautiful, perfect weekend.
Well, even all the sack bunting yesterday didn't get you down too much. First inning, second inning.
Again, Jackson Merrills did. And then I would tell Jackson again, stop bunting. Like, what did he do later in the game? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to bunt. I'm absolutely fine with Bryce Johnson laying one down. Always. Excellent. You turn it over, get it to the top. Great. Jackson, baby. Now, if he's bunting for, listen, the thing I noticed about the San Diego Padres this weekend, Ben, they won 4 games and they won them in some different ways. And they're using every tool in the toolbox. I'm okay with it. It won. Yeah, Sammy dragging me on Twitter was hysterical, by the way.
One thing that Craig Stammen seems to have done very well, and you can complain about some of his managerial choices, using everybody on his bench
100%.
And getting production out of everybody, including Ty France, who hit his first home run of the season and first at Petco Park since 2020 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
The bullpen, again, as Nick Pivetta mentioned, very good. Kyle Hart, other than the 2-run double by Booty, Brett Sullivan, was solid again. David Morgan was fantastic.
0-2 pitch, too, by the way.
That was just one that,
too good.
But other than that, David Morgan was great. Wandy Bradgley at the end, finishing off the 2-hitter. And you got, as you mentioned, Jackson's home run and Ramon Laureano with his team leading 4th of the season for a little insurance purposes late in the game.
Padres show some slug all weekend long.
All weekend long, and everybody's contributing. And the reason that they're contributing is because the skipper is like, I'm getting everybody going, and it's really cool to see. And boy, is it refreshing and different than what we've seen in the past.
A part of that, getting everybody in,
getting everybody out,
and getting everybody at different positions.
And let's just try some stuff too.
Yeah,
why not?
Yesterday was Jake's day off, which meant a second straight day.
Wow.
Of Fernando Tatis Jr.
How did we wait an hour?
Starting second.
We
baseman.
waited an hour for this.
It's a good tease, though.
It really
for
is.
Hour number 2, because we will kick off our second hour by talking about the shocking move on Saturday. Like, is that wrong? Did Adam put out the wrong lineup?
Yes.
I mean, that can't possibly
Chances
be
are,
right.
yes.
If Pivetta doesn't get hurt, that's our top story.
2B, not RF, 2B.
Crazy.
Yeah, we will talk about that coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Where were we? We're at San Diego Brewing Company on Saturday when the lineup came out.
Well, I was at home.
You were still at home.
I texted you. I think you were playing golf, or you were finishing up.
Finishing up my golf round. Yeah.
And I texted you guys. I go, guys, lineup's out, and Fernando Tatis Jr. is playing second base. And you wrote, what? WHAT. And I said, yeah. And it's not a mistake because they've addressed, like AC talked about it, Dennis Lin talked about it. And I just was blown away. My wife came home from her showing. I go, Fernando's in second. She goes, I heard. I mean, it was huge, huge news. Huge news.
Yeah, as it should be. Anytime you play a platinum glove winner out of position, you are opening yourself up to some potential second, third guessing.
My DMs went ham and none of it was like, this is amazing. It was all like, what is he doing? These idiots, he's going to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. One guy said this is the worst decision in the history of the Padres. And I go, boy, that is a bold statement. That is about as bold of a statement as you can make.
Manny, want to try center field.
Right.
Ozzie Smith, let's get you behind the plate. Yep. I mean, moving him to second base, my first instinct was, oh, no, don't do this, Craig Stammen. We're not at 2, don't do this yet, but that was my first instinct. Said, why not just play Ty France there? If you need to give Xander Bogaerts a day off, which was the case on Saturday, fine. I've already said, I think Craig Stammen's plan of getting guys off their feet more often is already paying dividends and will continue to pay dividends throughout the course of the season. So you move Jake to short. That was what you did all spring training. Yep. And you could play Ty France at second. Maybe not an ideal second baseman, but he's done it before in his career. Throw him out there. But their reasoning, and it's hard for me to argue with this reasoning, is they think that Fernando Tatis Jr. is a better second baseman. It's obviously Fernando Tatis Jr., so, you put him in the lineup, and then you can get Nick Castellanos in the lineup out in right field, which is his normal position. He's played over 1,000 games out there, so you don't feel bad about throwing him in right, even though he's been practicing at first base. And you say, we've got a better lineup today. And is the job of the manager to put out his best lineup possible given the players that he have chosen to be available for that day. And that did not include Xander Bogaerts on Saturday, and it did not include Jake Cronenworth on Sunday. And when that happens, his best lineup now is to move Fernando Tatis Jr. to second.
I mean, look, he's obviously very capable of handling himself at second base and has taken, he was an infielder for many years, as you guys know. And they moved him to the outfield. His idea, by the way, years ago after the shoulder injury. And then he got out to the outfield, and I think he misses the infield, as most infielders that get banished to the outfield do. Everybody wants to play infield. I know this as the Little League coach of 2 teams. Everybody wants to play infield. Nobody wants to play in the outfield. One Jackson Merrill told my son, stay in the infield. Okay. Like, this isn't something that is up for debate, right?
Doesn't mean you can't be a good outfielder.
Doesn't
when you're
mean
out
you
there.
can't. If you got a position, be happy you're in the lineup. Get out there and play. The infield's not for everyone, but it always was for Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's why for years now, we've been down to batting practice, go, do interviews and stuff. I've seen that guy take grounders at third. I've seen him take grounders at short. I've seen him take grounders at second. I've seen it for 7-8 years now since we've been going down there together. Did you see the smile on his face, though? So apparently this was Craig's idea, or their collective, whatever. They decided, why not? Like, why not? If we need it, in a pinch, so to speak, to do it, why not him? And they probably kicked it around, the pros and the cons, and they went to Tatis and they said, you into this? And I mean, his answer is unequivocally, yes, I'm into it.
Now, when and if Seung-Moon Song comes to the big leagues, and if he's a decent player, my guess is that he becomes the backup second baseman in these circumstances, and Fernando remains out in right field. So this may be a couple of times. Now, I think what everyone is worried about is they go, smart teams don't do this. Teams that win World Series don't that's not randomly move outfielders to the infield.
You mean Gold Glove winning outfielders?
To the outfield.
Yeah, it happens.
Superstars making massive amounts of money.
You would never do that if you were a smart team that won a lot of baseball games.
Could never win.
Dodgers, of
World
course,
Series
have done this with Mookie Betts.
Oh, yeah. And among others.
Yeah,
among others. Chris Taylor was an infielder, outfielder. I mean,
Tommy Edman all around.
100%. Tommy plays second.
They do this all the time.
They do it.
it does seem
Hai-Sung
to
Kim.
work well for them.
Yeah.
So maybe the Padres are going, well, why don't we try something like this?
It didn't make me mad when I first saw it. I was shocked and
I was
confused.
shocked. It didn't make me nervous.
It's a shocking thing to see, but when you start thinking about it, personally, I've always viewed second base as less taxing on the body than shortstop.
Yep.
Certainly less taxing on your arm.
But again,
maybe they wanted to keep him on the right side of the infield. Like
Same
there's
angle,
so many
there's so
different
much.
things where I'm going, let's just see what happens. Now, if if he makes 3 errors in that first game, it ain't going to go well for Stammen, and he's going to have to answer that after the game. But I'm like, let's just see what happens.
The hardest thing you'd think would be the double play turn from the opposite side from where you've ever done it. But
Boy,
he
it really
did
looked tough for him.
Did it once, and it looks awfully good.
Do you ever just throw 116 miles an hour threw it through Gavin Sheets' glove, by the way. Gavin was like, hey, you got in by 9 feet, bro. Settle down. Relax. Relax.
You know, Manny does it, always gets them by one step
hair
every single time.
He got it by 8 feet. I got a call from our buddy Mailman Jack up in LA, and I was driving to our appearance down there at San Diego Brewing, Ben, and he's like, he was panicked. And he goes, if he one dive, he's going to get hurt. I go, have you seen the way he plays the outfield? It's a little bit softer out there. I said, but he plays with a reckless abandon anyway. Like, this is who he is. And then the smile on his face, he got 5 hits in his 2 starts. Like, I'm not saying you need to move him there full time. You don't. You have Xander and you've got Jakey. But man, how cool to know that I'm going to get this opportunity every now and then to go in and do that. And he did it well.
And he got 3 hits when he was
he got 5 hits
in
total.
There, 5 in the 2 games playing second base. So not that one thing has anything to do with the other, but
not that it doesn't.
Anything that gets him going is
Stammen said it.
Yeah. He's like, hey, who knows? Maybe this frees up his mind a little bit differently.
He actually
gets him going offensively.
Get him smiling.
Yeah,
a little bit.
We had a mixed effort from German Marquez in his 3rd start. A lot more of the good, struck out a lot of guys, but of course gave up 3 home runs and fell behind 4-0. I thought 2 of the 3 weren't even that bad of pitches. Give credit to Mickey Moniak.
Yeah, Mickey's
from La Costa Canyon High School.
Good
He's
for
off to
him,
a really
man.
good
Starting to look
start.
like a number 1 draft.
Looking like
1-1.
what they thought he was when he was the first overall pick. Julien also hit one off Marquez. So they're down 4-0, and Padres, though, didn't seem to be worried about it. Rallied back with the 3-run 3rd inning. Manny Machado, the 2-run shot off of Ryan Feltner. And then the big 3-run go-ahead blast by Ramon Laureano the next inning. And the Padres were off and running on Saturday to a 9-5 win over the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, man, it was great.
Also got to see that day Jason Adams return for the San Diego Padres. Which was pretty exciting to see. Actually, he came back on Friday. But, that was the other big story. What were they going to do to get Jason Adam back on the roster? And as we kind of talked with Craig Stammen about in our management report on Friday, it was, in fact, Jeremiah Estrada going to the injured list after his velocity was down.
Yep.
And they decided to give him a little break and use that roster spot to return Jason Adam, who looked very much like Jason Adam pre-injury last September.
He's unbelievable.
Picking up right where he left off.
It's unbelievable. Great to have him back. What a weapon for Craig Stammen and the rest of the bullpen. And again, there's things in the bullpen, Benny, that need to be figured out. I'm seeing a lot of bad luck with Adrian Morejon right now. And we're just not used to him giving up runs ever. It's just not something that was common at all last year. But it's a long season. There's adjustments that can be made.
Not a ton of barrels.
Not a ton of barrels.
A lot of weak contact singles, but also not getting the swing and miss
Yep.
that he is so good at when he throws, perfectly Adrian Morejon. We'll see. 10.8 ERA definitely does not look good at this point, but they'll keep throwing him out there. And you feel like at some point he'll go on this stretch and you'll look up and go, oh, Adrian Morejon hasn't allowed a run in 12 innings, and you go, that's what
sounds
we thought.
right.
That sounds right. It'll be back.
For me, there's no real cause for concern right now at the beginning of the year as some of these guys try to figure it out.
I think we forgot how important Jason Adam is, though, because he's such a great reliever, but he does it in a different way than the Padres' other great relievers.
Yep.
So you can keep going with different, the 100-mile-an-hour throwing lefty or the most insane pitcher on baseball, or Jason Adam with this just gnarly gnarly slider sweeper pitch that he throws.
How about Bradley Rodriguez coming out there just being a magician with the baseball right now?
He had a little control problems on Saturday, but bounced back nicely yesterday. And I saw a stat this morning that our friend Giannis on Twitter posted. 17 innings so far in his career, 0 barrels. No big leaguer has ever barreled one up against Bradley Rodriguez.
That's the dream, dude. That is the absolute
ERA
dream.
about 1. He's been really, really good in this early portion of his career.
And if we're talking about the most insane numbers of all time, Mason Miller, obviously on the most generational run that maybe any pitcher has ever seen right now. He has more strikeouts than balls thrown, not pitches thrown, balls. Pitch out of the
off
zone.
The plate.
Balls off
Taken
the plate.
off the plate for a ball.
He has 20 Ks so far this young season.
So if a walk was just 1 ball,
right,
instead of 4, he would still have more strikeouts than walks this year.
He has thrown 19 balls. Pinpoint control. Throws it where he wants to, when he wants to. 20 Ks, 19 balls. It is you can't it's hard to wrap your head around.
Let's go back through Friday's game a little bit that ended with Mason Miller getting the win. Walker Buehler.
Wow.
What? I mean, you throw strikes, you get ahead against at least the Colorado Rockies. It looked good. 68 pitches, 50 of them for strikes.
Crazy.
Had only 1 3-ball count, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, 6 shutout innings. Could have gone probably more. I mean, 68 pitches, like 6 innings, but they decided to
not push your luck there.
They decided not to push their luck. They had the lead on the home runs by Gavin Sheets and Luis Campusano, who continues to. Once he got that first hit, you kind of joke, well, that'll open the floodgates. It did open the floodgates for Luis Campusano. All he needed to do was get the monkey off his back, and he's now swinging the bat like he did in AAA last year. He's looking really good. He continues to catch the ball. He's the master of the ABS. And with Freddie Fermin continuing to struggle a bit at the plate, I wonder if there's going to be some shift in the playing time, a little more Campusano. With Pivetta out, who was kind of a Fermin guy, might open the door for Campusano to catch some Matt Waldron. Caught him last year, I assume, at AAA some, so maybe we'll see more Campy going forward.
How about Campy's home run real quick? He got a ooh from Tony.
Oh, I like that.
Campusano doubled his first time up. Swings here, hits one in the air, deep to left field. Moniak's back. This one gonna go. Luis Campusano with his first home run of the year. Padres have left the yard twice here in the 5th. They lead it 2-0.
How about this, man? Our beautiful, sweet little San Diego Padres. Number 7 in baseball in slugging right now. Who? What?
Where were they going into the weekend?
Like
29?
Yeah, so
Thank you, Rockies.
Early in the season.
Thank you, Rockies. But we did this at Petco Park, not Coors Field.
A lot of
remember?
swings. So Morejon gives up the lead in the 8th. Mason Miller again comes after.
Any concern on Morejon at all early in the season?
I mean, we just talked about it. Yeah, I mean,
just bend us.
I think we'll be okay.
He just bend us.
But what I thought was interesting is after we had that whole conversation with Craig Stammen on Friday about using Mason Miller or saving him for the 10th inning potentially, had the same situation
same
come up in a tie game in the 9th.
I had 3 people text me about it.
And I thought, he's going to save Mason Miller after I kind of planted that idea, planted the seed. No, he's still going to pitch him in the 9th inning. Of course, he strikes out the side on 13 pitches.
He's going to do what he wants
and
to
then
do,
this
not
is,
what you
and
want.
This is why he does it, because then you can win the game in the bottom of the 9th.
Right.
And this time, Jackson Merrill with a nice at-bat, a single the other way. Manny works a walk. Xander with a really nice at-bat. You feel like you want to hit the home run again.
Oh, of course.
But he gets the fly ball to right to move the runner to third base with 1 out. That's good baseball right there by Xander. And brings up Gavin Sheets, who's already homered in the game before, facing Juan Mejia. The crowd is chanting his name. It's really hard, I think, to get a hit when the crowd is chanting your name, isn't it? A little extra pressure.
Yeah.
But no, he came through. Here's let's get to the first call. Shall we start with Jesse?
Let's start with Jesse.
1-0. Sheets swings, hits it a mile, deep to right center field. Guess what? He didn't need it all, but he got it all. His second home run of the night, a 3-run walk-off blast, and the Padres win it 5-2 in the bottom of the 9th.
That was amazing because it was a callback to Xander's walk-off, the grand slam the night before, where he says he didn't need it all, but he got it all. And it's the same thing that Gavin Sheets just needed a sac fly, but it was so far over the fence.
He smoked it.
It was just, you could tell the second the ball left the bat, the game was over, and it was almost certainly going out. But as good as that call was, Donnie's was just elite.
Watch for the slider in the dirt.
Sheets to deep right center field. It's back. A 3-run home run to walk it up. Second straight night for San Diego. Holy Sheets.
Woo! Made my heart race a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
Woo! That was unbelievable.
Two incredible calls. And yet I'm not sure either of them were the best one because of Eduardo Ortega.
Oh my goodness.
And the Padres Spanish language broadcast. Turn down your radio just a fraction. Just a little tiny bit because they like it.
It's going to sound like this.
They like it loud, but it is pretty amazing. If you haven't heard it yet, here's the Spanish language of the Sheets walk-off.
En el juego, Gavin Sheets pegó home run en la quinta. Lanza Mejía. Levanta la bola, palo a la playa. Puede ser el final. Se va. ¡Holy Cheese! ¡Juego de multi-home run! ¡Otro walk-off con bomba! Los Padres en estreno del City Connect. ¡Espectacular! Gavin Cheese, ra.
Fantastic,
amazing.
Man. What better way? I mean, you can't write up the script for City Connect night better than that.
Somehow it sounds even better when he says cheats.
Holy
instead
cheats.
of sheets.
It's just the greatest. The
How good
greatest.
did those uniforms look on
They
TV?
look so good.
The graphics,
So good.
everything was.
They looked phenomenal.
Outstanding.
Phenomenal. What a night. What a night at Petco Park. Man, brilliant.
Yeah, since they debuted and brought our jerseys on Thursday morning, the team is undefeated.
I love it.
In the new City Connect era.
I'm sick to my. I mean, they deserve a day off, but I'm sick to my stomach that they get one. Don Orsillo
they played 10 in a row. It's probably time.
Donnie O needs a day off. Donnie O today is got to be sucking on
Eduardo,
lozenges.
hot tea all around for the broadcasters.
Sheets to deep right center field. It's back. A 3-run home run to walk it up. Second straight night for San Diego. Holy Sheets.
It's just incredible. I mean, that clip, by the way, nationwide. People it went nationwide.
Dude, one of my buddies who's not really much of a baseball fan, he sent it to me on Instagram and he goes, because it was like, the caption was like, the crowd chanting "Holy
That's
Sheets,"
so cool, man.
Chills, and he was like, "Dude, this was electric." And I go, "Well, they walked it off with a grand slam the night before, so
Right.
like the bar was already set pretty high."
What were the decibels, man? I got to know what the decibels were in there. It was
And
like a
I
Metallica
think the rest,
show.
of
Holy Sheets.
the rest of the country may not know Holy Sheets is a thing.
Right,
so
right.
to hear it just in so many different ways is probably amusing for other baseball fans. All right, that's the weekend that was for your San Diego Padres. We'll have Craig Elsten talk some more Padres baseball coming up at the bottom of the hour. But up next, it is time for Don't Do This.
I got a couple of do thises actually.
Do these.
Do thighs. Yes. You can do if you want to be negative today, that's fine. I'll do the positive.
Actually, my Don't Do This is almost funny and includes a do this as well.
Perfect.
So a lot of positivity.
Look at us.
Coming up next with Ben and Woods. Don't go away. It's San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, let's talk about retirement. A lot of people think retirement planning is just about the numbers. I'm a numbers guy, but it's not just math. It's lifestyle, timing, healthcare, peace of mind, and more. That's why Trajan Wealth takes a different approach. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors build retirement strategies based on realistic options that align with your goals and circumstances, not generic formulas that may not work everywhere, may not work here in San Diego, where the retirement is decades away, right around the corner. Have that clear plan. It can make a huge difference. Trajan Wealth right here. Offices, Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if you've been wondering whether your plan fits your life, take a second look. Call 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207, or explore your options at TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Don't do this. Brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
So just like the Padres have statues of Tony Gwynn and Trevor Hoffman in Gallagher Square, the Seattle Mariners unveiled a brand new bronze statue of Ichiro over the weekend, except the unveiling did not go well. I mean, you can imagine it in your head. Got a big tarp. I think Paulie's got some video. Big blue tarp that they're ready to raise. You know, got dignitaries. Everyone's recording the moment on their phones as they get ready to honor Ichiro. And as they pull off the tarp, it gets kind of stuck and it catches on something, and you see something kind of move and shift.
You can see it right
because
at the
there's like
top
a
of the
point
tarp.
way at the top of the tarp, like really high point, and it kind of comes down quite a bit. And when they finally get the tarp off, it's revealed that they have broken the bat that was in Ichiro's right hand that was supposed to be extended straight out. It's now bent at an almost 90-degree angle. Like, how much did we just pay for this bronze statue that we just... And then they send the confetti. Then they send out the confetti. Like.
The sculptor was there, and they have a picture of him, and his face is like... like that's his baby that he worked on.
Now, the happy ending, as I said, there was some positivity to it. Ichiro's great. He's got the quick one-liner. He goes, I didn't know Mariano Rivera was coming to break my back.
Yes.
The Mariners, who were doing a statue bobblehead over the weekend, put a post out showing, we've updated our bobblehead, and they bent the bat like it was broken, and I believe they were able to fix it within like 24 hours.
Yeah, I think
and
I saw a picture
get it. So all's well that ends well, but a pretty funny,
they haven't lost
comical
since,
story.
So.
And they've been hot now after a slow start to the season as they head Petco Park tomorrow to face the Padres.
Weird how things work like that. I got a couple of doo-doo thises today.
Doo-doo this.
Doo-doo, yeah.
DD mega doo-doo.
So let's go into the Padres clubhouse where Nick Castellanos decides to grab the microphone and interview one Fernando Tatis Jr. instead of, the media doing. I think Marty Caswell is the one that got this. It was really, really well done and hysterical. And they're playing a game where Nick Castellanos is the, obvious reporter, and Fernando Tatis Jr. is Nick Castellanos. And it's just the greatest. Go ahead.
Do you have some advice for him?
Me? Yeah. He's the one with the platinum gloves. You should give me advice, dude. What do you got? You got any advice for me?
No, just run. Just run.
Run and catch
just
it?
Run.
Yeah, I do that the best I can. You do it great, though.
Thank you. Because I'm dark.
Not that much darker than me, maybe a little bit, but I'm not as white as Crony.
That's a good joke.
We need to cut that one. I don't think that's anything wrong.
That's not the clip that I thought it was.
That's the one you sent.
That's the one I sent? Son of a... The one where he says, the team is really clicking on all cylinders and it's going great and everyone's, typical, what were you looking for? Fernando goes, he looks him dead in the eye like Casty does and goes, yeah, playing great. Just real quiet deadpan. He's playing Castellanos. Castellanos is playing the reporter.
Which makes me realize that Nick Castellanos knows exactly what he's doing.
And his teammates know what he's doing.
Right.
This is his shtick when you ask him a question and he just stares through you and goes, it's all good.
We are the victims of what he's 100%. Doing and have to deal with it.
100%.
And they all know it too. And they're like, it's the joke that's on us. Nick Castellanos with the media. You found the other two. Here's the rest.
Here we go. Thank you, Paulie. Save my ass.
First off, stand up.
Can you imagine if I said that to Nick Castellanos?
Toddy's like, I'll do it because you have more years than me.
That's right. Repeta. Coming off first week of the season, Fernando, how do you feel the energy of the team is building as the season is progressing?
Feel great.
Una palabra nada más?
Great.
Nice. That's how I would do it. How do you feel that the offense and the pitching staff are, working together and blending and picking each other up? You see how, the staff gives up some runs, the offense answers back. The offense doesn't. The pitching staff throws up some zeros. How do you feel like you guys are working together so far? 15 games or 16 games, however we've played during the season.
Yeah, we're working together very good.
So good.
I like it.
I agree. I love it.
So Nick,
do you have anything else?
No.
It's an A+ interview.
So Nick, that's a taste of his own medicine, because when you ask a question and get a very short answer like that, you're always caught a little flat-footed.
Yes, you are.
And
Nick.
then you go with the and you come up with a long bad question that followed up. Well, it was kind of a decent question, but you got such a short answer you weren't ready for the next question. And Nick does that to us all the time.
He goes, yeah, good.
And then you've got to think fast, like what?
All right.
Okay, I got to come up with another question faster than I thought I was having to.
I loved it. I thought it was so good. Clearly, these guys really enjoy each other's company right now, which is great. Winning does cure a lot of things. One more. Do this one.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Pretty incredible story I saw come across my Twitter feed this week. And Jeremiah Estrada just got put on the 15-day IL. Velo was down. They're going to figure out what's going on with him. But a woman had posted on Instagram. Yesterday, we were told my son's brain tumors have grown. I always want to disappear when we get the hard news. He deserves to live. I bought the tickets in that treatment room. We got on the train. We went to watch his favorite team. We bought the expensive jersey. We cheered. We smiled for a second. He was just a boy watching his favorite team win. So I'm like in tears reading that. And then all of a sudden, Ben, on the comments underneath it pops up a comment from Jeremiah Estrada. Says he also deserves to spend a day with his family, going on the field and watching our batting practice and getting to meet the homies on me. And I just went, bro, that's it. You're done. Like, that's it. That's the kind of stuff that matters so much more than the game of baseball. And I don't know who this young man is. I don't know who his mother is. But I just want to let you know, we are thinking of you. And this was such a beautiful gesture from Jeremiah Estrada.
Especially when Jeremiah could be down in the dumps. Like, I just went on the IL. It's been a tough start to the season for me, but instead.
Well, it's called perspective.
Yeah.
It's called perspective. And so many of us need more of it. That's real. Those are real problems, right? What that family's going through right now. So I don't know who they are, but we are thinking about you here on the Ben and Woods program, and Tier 1 Nation behind you as well.
And that is don't and do this for a Monday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
My eyes are still burning from the glint of the Chromaniac at Saturday night's SDFC game.
Yeah,
He'll
buddy.
join us live coming up next, talk about what happened on the soccer pitch, his thoughts on the Nick Pivetta injury, and the Padres weekend, and more with Craig Elsten. That is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I think I saw the stat that SDFC now has 6 red cards in their last 6 games. Yeah. I thought that seemed like a lot.
We were gone. We missed 3 minutes of the second half and come back, and Ben goes,
"Yep,
you guys already missed it. Another red card.
We're down 10 on 11 again." Yeah, I believe it's an MLS record. I saw that they have been just brutalized by the officials. Yeah. I thought the call of the red card on Chris McVeigh was right in front of me. We'll talk about it with Craig Elsten here coming up. I thought it was a horrifically bad call.
Yep.
I don't know that much about soccer, but I'm going, you're dribbling down the field. The guy runs into you, and because he falls down, you get the second yellow card.
Our guys were getting thrown to the ground all night long.
No idea. We'll get Craig's thoughts on it right after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by San Diego law firm fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. There's a debris spill slowing you down on the 15 southbound at the 8. The right lane is blocked. And then on the 67 north, there's a stall at the 8. This one's off on the right shoulder. It starts small, the comments, the text, the pressure at work. When it crosses the line, you need a personal advocate. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Joining us right now on our SDCCU fan hotline, it's not Big Bank Banking, it's better. The Cro-Maniac, Padres Hot Tub Podcast, Craig Elsten. We could see you shining up in the Frontera SD section while we enjoyed the pitch box on Saturday night.
It actually didn't take long either. I said, I leaned to the guys. I go, "Hey, where is Craig at?" I go there? Right there, and I'm like, I'm looking kind of for a couple of rows.
Nice. So good, so good.
Good morning, Craig.
Just look for the human disco ball.
That's right. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. It was neat to see you guys down there enjoying all the pitch side accoutrement.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry that you didn't get to see a result, but
are we the dirtiest team in soccer history, apparently? Just taking all these red cards? I didn't think so.
If you're going to get them, earn them is the way I look at it, Craig. You know, like they always talk about in baseball, you got to get your money's worth, right? And I don't feel like we've been getting our money's worth for these red cards. If you're going to get us, let's inflict a little pain and suffering on the other team, because I haven't seen a lot of that yet.
Yeah, well, Saturdays was particularly annoying because, as you had mentioned leading into the interview, already SDFC had taken a red card in 5 straight matches. Already it was killing them. Manu Dua was out. It's not just been that they've taken a red card. It's been that their center backs, the 2 most important defensive players on the team, have been alternating game after game. McVeigh takes a red, Dua takes a red. McVeigh takes a red, Dua takes a red. It's McVeigh's turn again. And this time it wasn't a straight red. It was an accumulation of 2 yellows. And the second one, I agree, Ben, was a little soft. And I could disagree with that call as well. The problem was it was a second yellow. And the first yellow, which was a clear yellow card, came because the man who was filling in for Manu Dua, or I should say the young man who was filling in for Manu Dua, Oswald Sue, made a mistake that McVay had to clean up with a hard foul to prevent a great chance on goal. And honestly, we have seen in the last couple of weeks SDFC's youth and lack of depth come back to kill them. Once Pellegrino has left the attack due to injury, they haven't generated very much up top at all. And the young back line paired with a young goalkeeper, there's just no experience back there. And what we're seeing, guys, is now team after team copying Toluca's blueprint that they used in that 4-0 win, pressuring SDFC in their defensive third of the field, just swamping 8, 9 loons were in SDFC's third of the field with the ball on SDFC's toe because they're not afraid of a long play over the top to beat them. They know SDFC is going to go pass here, pass there, pass here, pass there, pass there. They try to do it in 28 consecutive passes. And the idea now is wait for that pass chain to start, jump on one dude, intercept the 5th or 6th pass, and send it back the other direction. It happened multiple times on Saturday night.
Talking to our pal Craig Elsten here on Ben and Woods. We talked to Darren on Friday, and he said, Minnesota traditionally is a team, they don't care if they have the ball at all. Does that mean that did they change their game plan? Because they attacked. Like we were sitting right there watching them, like seemingly they were in control all, most of the night.
They were, and Minnesota changed coaches from last year to this year.
Yeah.
Last year's coach, Eric Ramsey, was all about this kind of weird sit back, low block defense strategy. And honestly, Mikey Varas talked about it at the beginning of the year. I think SDFC thought teams were going to play them differently than they are.
Yeah.
They talked about thinking that teams were going to sit back on them and make it hard for them to penetrate the final third. Instead, teams are taking it to them in the initial third and pressuring them all across the field, across the width of the field, and they're forcing turnovers that way. But yeah, Minnesota has changed some personnel. They changed coach. They changed a little bit of style. SDFC still had a tick more possession. I think it was 52-48, but it was very unlike what we saw from the Loons last year.
I will say credit where credit is due because the goalkeeper, Derek Callender for Minnesota, made several fantastic saves. Could have been a 4-2 win. We would have a completely different conversation. And then blame where blame is due. It wasn't just the second yellow card on Chris McVay. Getting the chance to sit down there, I could have called a handball, like just outside the box. I could have called out of bounds for 2 corner kicks that were wrong, that were obviously from my perspective, which was just about the same one as the referee's perspective, obviously wrong, Craig, in the second half. I mean, those are great scoring opportunities that we often see SDFC cash in on that they were denied. So I'm not letting the referees off the hook on this one.
No, it wasn't a wonderfully, officiated match. I don't know 1,000% that it was determinative. I mean, the McVay call is it's the single most important call, obviously, the McVay call. To SDFC's credit, 10 on 11, they kept the pressure up. They had more chances in the final 20 minutes than Minnesota did. So I think there's still plenty to work on, but guys, it's just becoming increasingly clear that the subtraction of Chucky Lozano from the lineup, when compounded with a couple of injuries here and there, it just takes this team talent level down a notch. And they're short a playmaker right now. They're begging for a playmaker, for someone who's an initiator, who's someone who is an insider out on the field that can get this team dynamically moving forward. And right now they don't have it. And I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where will they be in the summer window when the chance comes to improve once again?
Kreger, who has been the insider for this San Diego Padres baseball team over these last few days?
Luis Campusano.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Unbelievable.
Hey, I'm not kidding when I say that's probably, to me, the most important thing that happened, unless Nick Pavetta's hurt.
Right.
This week was Luis Campusano hits in every game, RBI doubles, mashing home runs now, but also playing brilliantly behind the plate. I heard you guys chatting about it a little bit in the 7 a.m. segment. Like, he's honestly making a very solid case to be starting quite regularly for San Diego, but this is a guy that I just feel so good for, because it is now just increasingly clear that one person was blocking Luis Campusano's career, possibly short-circuiting or ending it, and that was Mike Shildt. Mike Shildt wanted nothing to do with Luis Campusano. I've never seen that guy in 2 years treat any player worse than he treated Luis Campusano. And, Luis didn't come up and get 10 hits and 10 at-bats when he was called up last year. But if he didn't, he was going to get sent down again.
Yeah.
That was the level of pressure that they were putting on him. I love how, amidst all the things that have happened, it's just been a calm, easy presence with Craig Stammen and with the coaching staff and the team, and Luis saying, hey, you're here. You're a big leaguer. You belong. You're going to get there. You're going to find it. And when you do, we're going to celebrate. And that's exactly what's happened. He has found it. He's smashing the ball. He's probably their best. No one said 2-3 years ago. And I think that's really, really exciting.
By the way, not to belabor the point, but had Mike Shildt done this and Luis Campusano busted out at some point last year and became the starter, you might not have had to overpay for Freddie Fermin.
Correct.
And you'd have more pitching depth right now, and you wouldn't be so concerned about the Nick Pivetta injury, but that's obviously can't change the past. Craig, if Nick Pivetta is hurt, it seems like Matt Waldron's the first option, but how big of a blow? I mean, obviously it's a blow.
Massive.
Some people think it's one they won't be able to overcome. Some people think, yeah, they will be okay. How do they proceed after this?
If he's out for the season, it's a completely different story, right? If we hear MRI in 2 days and then, flies to see Dr. Andrews, et cetera, well, then multiple things have happened. How about the downstream effect of welcome to the 2027 and 2028 Padres, Nick Pivetta? Bob Nightingale wrote a column Sunday morning saying, GMs all around the league expect Nick Pivetta to opt out and become a top, figure on the market. If the Padres season went sideways, Pivetta was the number one guy that they could trade at the deadline and recoup something on a surrender. So there's a lot of negative downstream effects if Nick Pivetta is hurt above and beyond what he brings to the mound, which is their best starting pitcher, arguably. You can survive this in the short term. Matt Waldron has to come off the injured list and go to the big leagues. So we thought that was going to be at German Marquez or Walker Buehler's expense. Now it's a yes and. You can add him to the rotation, but Canning is on the way as well. In theory, at some point, maybe Joe Musgrove will be on the way as well. So there are starting pitching reinforcements coming. Randy Vasquez stepping up, I think, mitigates this to a large degree because now he's pitching like Pivetta did last year. So I think it's survivable. It's obviously a massive blow if it's long-term. And the whole idea of get him a little vitamin C, like add some emergency to his morning routine, I thought was pretty funny.
It does mean that Walker Buehler and German Marquez have to keep pitching decently, which has been, not perfect, but pleasant surprise. So,
Walker was unreal.
Walker was really good.
Like fountain of youth stuff, like really, really controlled it. Didn't walk anybody. I mean, that's when you're a guy like Marquez and when you're a guy like Walker Buehler, if you put guys on for free, that's when you get in trouble. I mean, you're just toast, and it's happened to them already this season. But yeah, man, I don't know how many turns through the rotation you can survive without a Nick Pivetta. I just don't. He's an ace.
Which then means
type
long term,
which means you got to find one.
You're going to have to use more minor league capital to trade for whoever is available.
Correct.
Sandy Alcantara, sometime at the trade deadline to add a frontline starter if you really do expect to be a playoff contender.
That's right.
Yeah. Craig, appreciate it as always. We'll check out all your content this week on SDFC and Padres Hot Tub Podcast. Appreciate it. Have a good week.
And hey, don't forget, everybody, Sockers play at home on Sunday evening, 5 o'clock.
Playoffs,
Chance to
yes.
either go to the championship or for the season to end against St. Louis. So frontwavearena.com, sdsockers.com, and it'll be on CBS Galazo Network with myself and Tony Sanchez Sunday at 5 o'clock. Super, super exciting. Come on out.
Attaboy.
Good luck to the Sockers. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, Craig. Have a good one.
Take care.
Craig Elsten on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is better.
If you're Craig, you don't want me and you anywhere near that arena right now.
No.
I mean,
the soccer jinxes out here.
I've actually never seen a team win a soccer match ever. So
Television, yes. So you can watch his broadcast. Fine, no problem about it. Just in person, we don't seem to be the luckiest.
Yeah,
I actually was at a Sockers championship winning game. I want to say about 8 to 10 years ago at the Del Mar Arena when they won it, and so I've seen it in the past. It does happen. It can happen.
Okay.
All right, we
I'll
are
take your word
already
for it.
2 hours in. Got a lot to get to. Second half of Ben and Woods includes Dennis Lynn from The Athletic, what he's hearing about Nick Pivetta. We'll play a little Take on Woods as well. Paulie's got some Reindl Report headlines, Masters, another San Diego State Aztec player gone in the portal already with a new team.
Big
That is all
goodbye.
coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, we're halfway home on a Monday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Thanks so much for being with us this morning and every morning. So nice running into several of the Tier 1s out at the SDFC game, out at Mission Valley Brewing. We got a lot of...
San Diego Brewing Company.
I'm sorry. Why do I keep saying that? San
not
Diego
even in
Brewing
Michigan.
Company. I know. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Not feeling my best.
How's the UCL?
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather, so my UCL is killing me
Get
right
some
now.
vitamin C.
It's killing me. Now I threw myself off. Damn it! No, it was great seeing everyone Saturday night. How about that? Nice broad way to put it. Saturday night, and we got a lot more stuff coming up. Where we're going to be able to do some stuff with the Tier 1s and be out and about a little bit more. We'll be at the suite on Thursday with the biggest fan. The guy that won the biggest fan. You guys all coming to that? Everyone
I will be there as soon as I'm done with my Channel 10, whenever that is, but probably by the second or third inning, I'll stop by for a little while.
Okay. I had to clear it with the misses. There's a lot going on right now. In fact, there's so much going on, gentlemen. By the way, I'm Woodsy. That's Paul. That's Ben.
Hi, everybody.
That I had to...
You're talking about the start of the NBA play-in tournament tomorrow, aren't you?
Cannot wait for
I
it.
knew
So
it.
much
I
going
know
on.
why you're flustered, because
Can't believe we waited 2 hours. for
playoff
this.
basketball season has arrived.
My
for
favorite.
Woods.
The best. The best. There's nothing like it. Now we banged our Mexico City trip again. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Here we go. And so me and Hannah will not be going now. So I
But
will
not
be here.
due to worried about safety or turmoil.
No.
It's more about everything else going on in your life.
It's more about the other, the work, the child thing, which we'll get into in a second. But all of that is a factor right now. So we had to bail on our friends again over the weekend. It was such a bummer of a text to write, and they were super cool about it. I think they're still going to go. But so yeah, we're not going to go to Mexico City. Now.
I know
I'm
there are
disappointed.
a lot of Padres fans who are going down there who are going to be sad that they weren't going to randomly run into you in a city of 25 million people.
They would have seen me at the ballpark.
Yes, they would have seen you at the ballpark.
Small ballpark.
You were only going to go to the one game.
Yeah, we were just going on Saturday.
That's a long trip for the one.
It is
for the one game.
We have so much to do. She's got so much going on at work. So Adam had lost his mind because we were going to take that day off. Sorry, Paulie, I kind of ruined that for us. So it'll just
Didn't ruin anything for me. My vacation got approved.
Well, mine did too, but we can't take it now. Me and Paulie will be here for the Tier 1s, but I'm very, very.
I'm off that day.
Oh God!
I'm
Don't
off
do this.
that day.
Don't
It's
do
just-
this to me. I'm not working with Adam. I'll tell you that.
Solo with Adam.
You're
We'll
off
get Kyle
that day
in
too.
for you.
I mean, mine got approved. I don't. But if I'm here in town and I'm not going to the game, I feel like I should
wrong.
work.
It
Of
feels
course, I feel
wrong.
wrong.
Just sit at home, just doing nothing.
Yeah, I would be bored out of my
with
mind.
no show. I mean, we could have a show. But
Yeah, just go till 10. Just do it. But I want all of you that are going down there to have a great time in my honor. I'll be thinking about you, certainly. But got the email over the weekend. As you know, we've told the story. My wife and I are currently doing IVF, as many of you guys are out there as well. Always a joy hearing from you and what you're going through too. We're all in that together, right? So we're in the IVF journey, and I've gone in twice and made my very special delivery. And it hasn't gone great twice, but you get through it. So then I write and say, so I'm good now. I can get back to normal, just normal lifestyle that I normally live. She goes, actually, we figured why not come in and do it 2 to 3 more times. And I
mostly for our enjoyment at this point. We like the
Not-
segments.
not-
We're getting a lot of free advertising out of it, so
Not-
we're going to have you back in 2 or 3 more times.
not for their enjoyment, but let's just make sure. We just want to double check and make sure that there's a good amount in reserve in case, we have to do this multiple times. And I said, 2 to 3 more times. Okay. So I'll look forward to that once a week for like the next 3 weeks. I have to go do that again. Now I think at this point, I've done it twice. I should be fine.
Now you're just having fun with it.
Now you're just playing with it at this point.
Dominic in the chat says Wood's going to be out with elbow tightness because of his IVF.
Plus the cold, right? So I just have to go do that. I'm going to call today, make an appointment. It's going to be great.
Those games in Mexico City, the first 2, I believe, against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are, I mean, it's too early to say there's any separation. Again, we're not even 1/10 of the way through the season.
Correct.
We're like just under 1/10. 16 times 10, 160 plus 2. So such a long way to go. But, the Diamondbacks are above 500. I think they're 9-7. The Padres are 10-6, a game ahead. Padres are a game and a half behind the LA Dodgers at this point. If you want to do mileposts, like, okay, 10th of the way through the season right here. Padres are, 10-6 is pretty good. That's a 100-win pace right there for your San Diego Padres.
Yep.
That's a very, very solid start to the season.
10-6 is a really good start.
Second best record in all of baseball, behind, of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 11-4 at this point.
Finally took an L yesterday.
They did.
Skip
Schumacher's team, even though Shohei Ohtani hit his second straight leadoff home run. It came off Jacob deGrom. Texas rallied against Roki Sasaki to tie it and then ended up going on to the 5-2 win.
He did punch out in the ninth with a runner on. Shohei did. So watch the end of that.
Diamondbacks had a fun series against the Phillies. They beat the Phillies 4-3 yesterday, rallying late against the bullpen. All one-run games.
Wow.
Against Philadelphia in all 3 games. Arizona took 2 out of 3. The Giants have been struggling lately. They dropped a series to the Baltimore Orioles. Lost yesterday 6-2. So now that the Rockies have lost 4 in a row, I think the Giants and the Rockies are down at the bottom. The Diamondbacks, that's kind of what we thought. Again, very early. Doesn't mean things can't change and change quickly at this point in the season. They can. But I always felt like, Dodgers are probably going to win the division, and the Padres and the Diamondbacks are going to be battling for that second place inside track at a wild card spot. And that's where the Padres currently stand. Top wild card team in the National League. 1/10 of the way through the season.
Yep, that's exactly right. Atlanta Braves played well. They won last night. They've got 10 wins along with the Padres and the Dodgers, the only 3 teams in baseball with 10 or more wins. And
I mean, look at the standings.
Look at the AL standings. It's like just mid. There are
26 teams in baseball
that
have 9, 8, 7, or 6 wins. There's only 4 teams in baseball: the Dodgers, the Padres, the Braves, and the White Sox that don't have between 6 and 9. The White Sox have 5. They're on the wrong side of it.
No, they got 6.
Did they get their 6 too? Okay, so everybody's there. I mean, it's as bunched up as I've ever seen it this early in the season.
Well, and again, I know that it is a long season.
They beat the Royals yesterday. So
when you're looking around baseball and you're seeing, I guess would you call this parity, Ben? Is that what you would call it? You would call it
it's early season parity.
Early season parity right now. You need to be one of the separators. That's what you need to be, is one of the teams that separates themselves. And you can do it in April. You can. We've done it. We've seen it. You can absolutely do it in April. You can do it in May. You can do it in June. But you need to be one of the teams that separates and goes on a really, really good streak.
Some other little whip around baseball here before we get to take on Woods. The Cubs rallied from a 6-2 deficit to beat the Pirates 7-6. By doing so, the Cubs avoided getting swept at Wrigley Field. It would have been the first time since June of 2023.
Wow.
They have not been swept at home in almost 3 years now. They were about to, and they rallied to win and beat the Pirates 7-6. How about this one? The Brewers swept at home by the Washington Nationals over the weekend. They, after a hot start, have cooled off quite a bit. James Wood hit his 5th home run in an 8-6 win. The Yankees are struggling. They got swept by the Rays 5-4. After a hot start, the Yankees have fallen all the way to 8-7. The Rays are up to 8-7. And the Mets, speaking of New York, they're on the same roller coaster. They've lost 5 in a row after 4 straight wins. They were shut out by the A's 1-0. Aaron Savali and 4 relievers combining on the shutout. This is the first time I heard someone mention the stat this morning as I was driving in. The first time since the Mets joined the league in 1962, that the Mets and Yankees have lost on the same 5 days in a row.
That's crazy. Crazy. That's never happened before.
There are no happy baseball fans in New York right now.
Well, the Mets get the Dodgers next, so.
And they're calling up Tommy Pham to try to stir up the pot a little bit before they take on the Dodgers this week. Welcome back to the big leagues, Tommy Pham.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll be rooting for you.
I'm proud of myself.
I guess we'll be rooting for. I always root for Tommy Pham, because if not, he may beat the crap out of me. So
I'm a very good fighter. I don't do Muay Thai, Kung Fu, and box for no reason.
That's right. I'm proud of myself as one of my favorite drops of all time.
I'm proud of myself.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. You've had such a great career. You've overcome a lot. Who's proud of you?
I'm proud of myself.
There you go.
I'm actually doing a story on a Muay Thai junior champion today.
Are you?
Yes.
What on the planet do you know about Muay Thai?
Nothing. I get to learn about it and then educate our Channel 10 viewers.
How old is this young man?
13, and it's a young woman. Ring the misogyny bell. I didn't say it.
I thought you said young man.
I said a young junior champion.
Okay. All right.
I hope she kicks your ass.
Well, if
I'm not fighting against
so if
her,
it was
Paul.
here's the thing I was going to say, if it was a young man, let him kick your ass. You don't need to have a 13-year-old girl putting her hands on you at all.
Yeah.
Let her kick you once or
awkward.
something.
I'm not going to let her kick me.
Well, what's the
I don't
point
even know.
of
Is
these?
it kicking? I don't even know exactly. As you
Punching,
said, I don't even
kicking?
know what Muay Thai is.
What if she just
really.
you just stood there and just one swift kick to the back of your leg?
Now, in the calves, you'd be fine.
No, my calves hurt so much when you hit them.
Oh, really?
Like when I had my massage last
tender?
week, when she went on the calves, I was dying. And she
Why?
wasn't even applying that much pressure.
Are they not full of muscle?
It's all sinew.
I don't know. They hurt more than anything, though. Anyway, that was the most painful part of my massage was when she went in on the calves. Yes. It's I was like, I got to bear this. I got to bear this.
You need to roll those. Use the gun on them.
Yeah, I do. I use the gun every single day.
All right.
I've been working on it for sure.
Man, dude, you are so tight.
One of the best pitchers so far this season has been Jose Soriano of the Angels. Had another 7 shutout innings and 10 strikeouts yesterday. Angels beat the Reds 9-6. All 6 of those runs came in the last 2 innings after Soriano was out of the game, but the Angels win the series against the Reds. The Twins take a series from the slumping Blue Jays with an 8-2 win. And then we had the Tigers over the Marlins, 8-2, 3 home runs for the Tigers, including first career home run by Kevin McGonigal.
Thank you very much.
After we saw him have the big series against the Padres on the opening weekend. And then finally, let's see, the Red Sox beat the Cardinals 9-3. Boston takes the last 2 games to win that series. And the Mariners over the Astros 6-1. They will play one more game today. Go for the 4-game mop.
Wow. Okay.
Of the Astros. And just in time to come to San Diego, the Mariners, who had been off to one of the slowest starts, are starting to figure things out in time for their visit to Petco Park this week.
Now, Big Dan in the chat says that Muay Thai is kickboxing. So
kickboxing.
One small, swift kick to the jaw is all that your listeners want to. You can't do a thing.
They probably wear head.
They do
head protection and foam and stuff.
But you can't.
This is textbook news, though.
That's what I was going to say, Paul. You can't do this to just I'm not being a jerk here. Okay, fine. It's interesting. You're 13. You're really good at Muay Thai. Show me how good you are. That's what you're there for. You're not to gather info.
There will be other competitors that I can film her against, not against me. Like people who know what they're doing. You
don't have to do anything. You just stand there and absorb.
That doesn't show how good she is at Muay Thai. She needs
kicking
to show
an old man's ass.
Not every story has to be reporter participation
yes,
either.
It does.
No, it does not.
Yes,
in fact, those are the worst kind of stories.
No, they're not.
Those are the kind of stories that the most egotistical reporters that have to insert themselves into every story do.
You should have actually splashed down in the ocean the other night and they pulled you out of a thing. This is what it would be like.
Yes.
That's so you have to do something. Now, here's what I find interesting, Paulie, and tier ones will remember this as well. A couple of months ago, Ben went down to a local trampoline park where there was a very attractive, Hungarian, what was she? Beautiful.
She was going to play in those games that never happened.
Right. Boy, you had no problem jumping on the trampoline with her, did you?
That was just fun.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess getting your ass kicked by a 13-year-old isn't exactly fun.
There's a difference between
trampoline
jumping and getting your butt kicked by a 13-year-old.
I just want to see one roundhouse kick to the face.
I need it. I need it.
Please.
I couldn't even. I just flinch.
She misses you entirely.
Float like a butterfly.
That's right. All right. Well, have fun on that. That sounds awesome.
All right. We've got Dennis Lynn joining us at the bottom of the hour from The Athletic, our weekly segment, talking some Padres baseball. But before that, Take on Woods is next, and we have a new prize for the rest of the month. We are competing for field-level seats to a Padres-Phillies game on Memorial Day.
Nice.
Not just any game, a holiday game tickets in the field level, but you have to take on Woods in our music, movie, or TV trivia challenge. If you want to do so, you can call us at 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. We'll pick a contestant, then play our game. Coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
New week, new opportunity to head down to 7 Mile Casino. And even though it's Monday, it's 8:17 a.m. 7 Mile is open. There are card tables. There's action there right now. One of the very few 24/7 options in San Diego. So if you work one of the overnight shifts and you just get off work at 7 or 8 a.m., yeah, you need to unwind and you want to go somewhere for an hour or two, 7 Mile Casino, perfect place for you.
There's no question about it. Best part, just 7 minutes from Petco Park. Boys still in town. Head on down pregame, postgame for a delicious meal, a beer, just to unwind. Play some California-style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, or some Baccarat in a smoke-free environment with friendly dealers, kind people, and just so easy to get to. It is 7 Mile Casino. And Ben, it's just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Happy National Peach Cobbler Day to those who celebrate.
Ooh, I celebrate.
It's also National Silly Earring Day.
I had an idea.
Did you ever were that guy who wore an earring?
Yes,
You did.
that. Yeah, I had 3 at one point.
3?
3. Had 2 in this year and 1 in this year. It was
Pierced,
the 90s.
not clip-ons. I've never seen you look so offended.
Who wears clip-on earrings?
I don't know. It's just such a commitment to put a hot needle through your ear.
You want to see Fury was my dad against
Really?
his wishes when I came home with an earring. I was
My
like
youngest
15.
son pierced his ear without my consent, but I wasn't mad.
My dad specifically told me
He got
not
a tattoo without my consent too.
He told me not to do it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I did it anyway. And yeah, it was a different time back then. It really was.
Never had an ear piercing.
Never did.
No.
You certainly never did.
No.
I have a tattoo. My mom, I didn't tell her about that.
Yeah, I didn't tell mine about
I went home for like Christmas one
My
day,
mom
fell
saw
asleep
it.
on the couch with like my shirt off or something. She just like walked in. She's like, hey, do you want to go in the other room? Oh my God, that's real.
Devastated.
And I was like, oh,
You're
crap.
like,
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
What did they think it meant? Like you were rebellious or
What, earrings?
Yeah,
I
like
don't
why
even
would they
know.
care so much?
I don't know.
Like you're heading down the wrong path in life.
Did men always wear earrings? Like even like back in the back in the day?
Pirates did.
Pirates,
And
right?
Pirates,
And
right?
like,
Like, was it
or at
ever?
least Keith Richards did, like it was kind of edgy back then to do it. And then when we started doing it in the 90s, it wasn't. It wasn't
tattoos
elite.
were only for like biker.
Oh,
gangs
tattoos were
and
like whoa.
people in prison, and now
Everybody's
has
got
tattoos.
right.
It's not a thing anymore.
But there's a little kid at Bow School that's got his ear pierced. He looks awesome. He looks great. I think he looks so cool in it. So I think to each their own, man. Let people be their own person.
Did you ever pierce anything other than your ears?
God, no.
Okay.
These you couldn't even pierce these tiny little nipples
No.
of mine. It would hurt so bad.
No.
And then the other, no thanks.
No thanks.
Pass. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
But that'd be a good bit for the Christmas show.
Prince Albert.
Throw that thing up
Is that
on
what
the
that's
slab
called?
and let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little Prince Albert going. You in?
No,
not
at all.
Oh, God. Forget it.
Not
All right,
at
let's play.
all. All right, let's get to our game. It's time for Take on Woods. I was right. It is called Prince Albert. Why is it called Prince Albert? Any idea? Did Prince Albert
I don't
have one?
know.
I kind of doubt that. That doesn't seem
I actually
right.
don't know.
All right, let's play our game. We got Marcus in Menifee standing by. Take on Woods is brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. Exact same sponsor for months. I should know that. Hi, Marcus. How are you?
Doing great, Ben. I do not have any
Piercings either?
or
Okay,
piercings
fair enough.
either.
That's all right. You don't need one to win this game. You just need a little movie, music, or TV trivia knowledge. If you can beat or tie Woods, you can be our first grand prize drawing entrant for the Padres tickets, field level seats for the Memorial Day game against the Phillies. Here are your category choices. We got movies, Day of the Dead, 5 movies with the word dead in the title. Music, On the Clock, 5 songs that include a specific time of day in the title. And our new TV category, It's My Show, 5 television shows that include the word show in the title. So movies, Day of the Dead, music, On the Clock, or TV, It's My Show. Marcus, what would you like to play?
Let's go movies today.
Movies. All right. Day of the Dead. 5 movies that all include the word dead in the title. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. Pass if you don't know it. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second movie clip. Paulie will play you a clip from a movie. You need to name that movie to score the point. Marcus, you ready to play?
Yep.
Paulie, you got the clip? Good
Ready.
to go. All right. The category is Day of the Dead. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the clip. Good luck, Marcus. Let's take on Woods.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe diem.
Ryan Reynolds stars as disfigured anti-hero Wade Wilson, in which Marvel franchise that debuted.
Deadpool.
Correct. Sean Penn is a convicted murderer and rapist awaiting execution in Louisiana, and Susan Sarandon is a nun helping with his final appeal, in which critically acclaimed 1995 film. Which 1991 comedy stars Christina Applegate as a 17-year-old who needs to take care of her younger siblings for the summer after the elderly woman
Don't
hired
tell
to
mom the babysitter's dead.
Correct. Sharon Stone plays a female gunfighter who enters a lethal fast draw competition in the Old West, in which 1995 film by Sam Raimi.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this. Pass.
Back to the 2-second clip.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe diem.
Oh, sounds familiar. Yeah, not coming to me.
Sean Penn is a convicted murderer. We out of time. We got 2, Deadpool and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. The clip was Dead Poet Society. That was Robin Williams playing a teacher. Dead Man Walking is Sean Penn with Susan Sarandon. And Quick and the Dead is Sharon Stone. Let's bring Woods in. I don't know. 2 is enough, not enough. We'll find out. It's a movie category today. Woods does not get the keyword here. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the 2-second clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Marcus.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe
Correct.
diem.
Ryan Reynolds stars as disfigured anti-hero Wade Wilson.
Deadpool.
Correct. Sean Penn is a convicted murderer and rapist awaiting execution.
Dead
in
Man
Louisiana.
Walking.
Correct. Which 1991 comedy stars Christina Applegate as a 17-year-old who needs to take care.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Wow, yes. Sharon Stone plays a female gunfighter who enters a lethal fast draw competition in the Old West. In which
Quick and the Dead.
Nicely done. Wow. 5-2. That was your most impressive move. I thought that might be a tough one. At least 1 or 2 of those.
For some people, maybe.
That was the Day of the Dead category.
Thank you.
It's built differently.
Somebody just said, Woods will get the first. Yeah, I got all of them.
Got all of them.
Boom, 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 boom. How much time did I have to spare?
Like 38 seconds.
That sounds done. That was one
Wow.
of the
Sorry,
better ones
Marcus.
ever.
Thank you for playing. Leaves the Padres tickets available for
Sorry,
any
Marcus.
and all going forward. But Marcus, thank you for calling in.
It would be really fun if they said, hey, if you get no qualifiers, you get the field level tickets. Like that would be elite and intense.
You got a long ways to go.
We
got
do.
the rest
We have
of
the
April,
whole
I
rest
believe,
of
for these
April.
ones. So
Now,
you
in a
were
bit of
1 for
a
1.
little bit of a pinch here in our next segment. Dennis Lynn texted me about 20 minutes ago, and he said he's really not feeling great. He's under the weather, probably going to be off camera, but the voice, he could still probably do some audio. And
How's
then
his UCL?
And then he just needs a little vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
I texted him just now, though, and he said he's not feeling great, but he has no voice.
Oh, Dennis Lynn.
Do we want to? He said he can do it, but he said my voice is rough.
Ooh.
Do we want to postpone until later in the week?
Yeah.
Or do we want to rough it
That's
out?
postpone.
Okay.
We got
I will let him know.
We got plenty to talk about from a busy weekend. I got people who were mad about Fernando Tatis Jr. at second base.
I had people
mad,
livid.
Mad.
I told you, one guy said it's the worst decision in the history of this organization.
We will talk about more on Fernando Tatis Jr.'s temporary position change, at least we think it is, coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Since 2010, visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Get well to Dennis Lynn.
Yes.
We're going to push him back until he feels a little bit better. His voice returns, and we can talk more Padres baseball. I don't think there's anything new to know about Nick Pivetta in the last 12 hours.
No. I think Dennis probably would have tweeted it if there were.
Exactly.
So
no giant updates that we're missing this morning. There'll probably be a lot more tomorrow when Craig Stammen meets with the media pregame.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think that we'll find out in due time what's happening with Nick Pivetta, but I it's hard for me to imagine a world where he makes his next start because of the cold made his elbow. Not the cold. His cold made his elbow tight. But Dennis maybe shares the same sniffly crud that's going around that locker room. He spends a lot of time.
Stammen said he was feeling it as well. Someone in our chat earlier said, when you get a cold, you can retain more fluids, which can cause pressure on joints and make you feel not great.
That would be great.
That would be unbelievably good news if that's all it was.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. But again, based on the audio we played of Nick Pivetta talking about it too, it didn't sound great. Didn't sound like nothing, but I don't know. We'll try to.
He didn't lean into the whole. Yeah, I'm feeling under the weather.
I'm sick, guys.
He was just like, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
I don't want to talk about
because they don't know for sure, but it didn't sound good.
Yeah, it did not sound good. But we're used to that, and we're used to it around baseball.
It's part of the game.
Part of the game. It's truly part of the game. You have to almost account for it.
Yeah, every pitcher you sign or have for more than 2 years, you have to kind of go. It's more of a when, not if.
Yeah.
With a lot of these guys.
KG says, are we going to let Ben talk Masters instead? We were going to do that in the Reindl Report, I think, coming up in our next segment. What we didn't have scheduled, though, I can squeeze in for a moment since we have time now. A little update. Your first season of not doing the Seals is almost over.
Yes.
And they actually got a big win. They finally snapped a 5-game losing streak over the weekend. They beat Georgia 9-7, which sets up a very interesting end of the year. It hasn't been a great year for the Seals.
No.
They're 7-9, but they can still sneak into the playoffs. They're tied with Las Vegas for the last playoff spot. Wouldn't you know? They actually have 2 games against Las Vegas this weekend. They play
pretty solid, the home and home.
At home on Friday night, and then in Henderson on Saturday. And if either team sweeps the 2, they make the playoffs. So it's kind of a pre-playoff series for both teams to get into the playoffs.
So win them both, you're in the playoffs.
Win them both, you're in.
Wow.
Split them, and it comes down to tiebreakers, and there could be another team involved. But if you win them both, I think you're definitely in. So
it's so funny. I was talking about it with Hannah yesterday. I said, imagine all the things that we've bitten off this year. Imagine trying to wedge those Seals games in. It would have been impossible. And I haven't even been able to get to one because of everything that we're doing at home right now. So obviously pulling for the boys always.
But I do want to get to more talk because there is a surprising amount of negativity about Fernando Tatis Jr.'s temporary move to second base. Get to some of the comments saw over the weekend after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
Caltrans Asset Management reminds you that work continues this weekend on southbound 805. Watch out, there's a crash on the 52 West at Mass Boulevard off on the right shoulder, and a stall slows you down on the 5 South at Miles of Carr Way. It's at the center divider. Caltrans Asset Management work continues this weekend on southbound 805 with the closure of all lanes from the 5 and 805 split to Governor Drive on April 17th at 9 p.m. to April 19th at 5 a.m. Expect delays and use Interstate 5 for travel south of Sorrento Valley. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
We're fighting off a sneeze.
Don't fight
I hate
it.
that. I don't want to fight it. I just wanted to get it out.
Stare at the light. Stare at the light.
Yeah, look up.
We'll wait.
It's not coming.
Stare at the light.
It's not.
Save that.
I am fine. Let's go.
Okay. Let's crank it up.
Mad people. Mad. The Padres have won 5 in a row.
Right.
And certainly of at least some interest, and I was following it closely, the experiment of putting Fernando Tatis Jr. at second base went quite well over the last 2 games. Padres won them both. Fernando made every play he was asked. I don't believe there was any big drop-off in defense, or at least any plays that he should have been out there for. It worked out well for Craig Stammen the last couple of days. But people still mad. I mean, these tweets are from this morning from Michael. That Tatis at second base. Fielding will be an S show. Padres' handling of Tatis is laughable starting from the start. Says, it's wonderful. Signed a guy you thought had power to a $340 million contract. Now he's a light-hitting weak fielder at second base.
I've found that if you use the word laughable in a tweet, you don't actually find it laughable. You're as mad as any human has ever been when you use the word laughable in a tweet. When you see it, you go, all right, bud, I'm backing off on this one. No, I mean, look, there's a couple of ways. There's a couple of ways that you can do this, right? So you get these bench pieces and Nick Castellanos, Benny, and Miguel Andujar, and you just go through the motions every day of, okay, like you're my DH, now you're my DH, and you're going to be a pinch hitter in the 7th, and you're going to be a pinch hitter in the 8th or whatever, right? Like there's a couple of ways to do it, a little bit more old school baseball, but it's hard for me to look at the results and go, yeah, these guys have no idea what they're doing. It's not something that they came to willy-nilly, something they talked about for a few months, have thought about doing, getting the most out of what they have right now. I do like innovation in baseball, and I feel like we haven't been a super innovative team. And to have a little innovation and to be able to win games in different ways and have guys at different positions is kind of cool. And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the experience. I still don't know if Craig Stammen's going to be a good manager. I have no idea. What I do know is this. By all accounts, so far, 16 games in, those guys love playing for him. And they've said it. They quote me. Like, this has been great. He gets us. He knows what we're trying to do. I don't know that he's going to make every right decision. In fact, actually, I do. I know that he won't make every right decision. But I know that I appreciate the innovation, the ability, the willingness to move things around and not be so GD stubborn about your lineup every day. And then bristle when asked about it when presented with evidence.
Let's also keep in mind, what are we actually looking at here? If the first few weeks of the season is an indication, then Fernando Tatis Jr. might play second base 2 or 3 times a month.
Maybe.
When Xander or Jake needs a day off.
And Sung Moon Song will be up
and
soon.
That will probably even lessen. So what we're talking about, 145 games in right field and like 12 games in second base and like 4 or 5 days off.
Yeah.
And that's probably what we're heading toward for Fernando Tatis Jr. It seems hard to make a giant deal out of playing second base about 6% of the time over the course of the season, if that's what really happened.
But I think, listen, you can't get too bogged down in the opinions of a few, because if you do, you'll lose your mind, because it's the same people, So by the logic that I saw in the first week of the season, Steven Souza was the worst hitting coach on the planet. So by that logic, is he now the best? My answer is no. My answer is no. My answer was no before, and it's still no.
Like Craig Stammen wasn't the worst managerial hire of all time.
Correct.
And he's not the greatest managerial hire of all time yet.
Correct. And so hence I'm not going to overreact. I'm going to try not to overreact either way.
I think people just like to overreact because the team was in the middle of a winning streak on Saturday when we got, and it was shocking. It was weird to see.
It was so shocking.
But how is there any other acceptable position to be in other than let's just wait and see?
Wow, cool.
It was like 4:00 and everyone's like, the F is going on here. I'm like, I don't know.
Season's over.
Let's just wait and see. Like, we don't have to be upset about it yet. Now, he goes out and has 4 errors and 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Like,
you look like a buffoon, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you make a move like that, you open yourself up to that. And I think as long as you as the manager are okay with looking like a buffoon if it goes sideways, great.
I think some people are mad when they don't have something to be mad about.
Oh, trust me.
And that makes them mad.
That makes them mad.
And right now, there's not a lot to be mad about with the San Diego Padres.
No, at least not today. Yeah, you'll have another chance.
Worry.
Maybe tomorrow.
They'll have a lull, and you will get your chance to be mad again. But
we just had it a week ago.
Right now, you have to be pretty happy with how things are going. At 10-6, won 8 out of their last 9, I believe. 8 out of their last 9. They're hitting. Everything's going pretty smoothly. You can't really be mad about anything right now. You will get your opportunity. But what did we ask for last year from Mike Shildt? More flexibility. Why is Ramon Laureano hitting 7th when he's your best hitter?
Right.
Why not put him higher in the lineup? Well, Craig Stammen, it took him about a week and a half to go, you know what? Ramon Laureano's our best hitter. Let's hit him first.
Yeah.
And now he's hitting, and he has 4 home runs, and he's sparking the best offensive weekend of the season for the San Diego Padres.
Yep.
Wow. Last year, it could have taken 4 months if it ever even happened at all.
This is what Camposano can attest. It wouldn't.
This is what we wanted. Someone who is a little more proactive and ready to make some adjustments on the fly based on what you're actually seeing on the field and the results from the players, and not the back of a baseball card from 2001 or 21 that says this guy is a 380 hitter when he's not. He's a 280 hitter with no power and doesn't get on base at all. Why do you have him batting second base all year?
Every night.
It's not about the baseball card. It's about what you're doing right now and how you're producing, and you can be a little more proactive in changing things. It's a good thing, people.
I think so too. Now, here's the best part. It's a good thing until it isn't. And that's also something that you need to prepare yourself for when the team hits a skid. And then it will be moving the lineup around every night and moving these guys out of position. They can't get comfortable. You're never going to win until you win. You win a World Series, nobody cares. Nobody cares about those games.
If Fernando plays,
what uniforms are they wearing when they celebrate, though?
Fair.
If Fernando plays second base, in a week or two again, and Nick Castellanos, can't get to a fly ball that Fernando would have caught, you'll have everyone screaming. Well, if Fernando was out there, we would have
won
caught that and won the game.
Yeah.
If Fernando gets hurt at second base diving, God forbid, that would probably be the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
But we don't know. Maybe Fernando would have crashed into the wall in the last two games and you saved his entire season by putting him to second base. You can't know all outcomes when you're a baseball manager or a baseball fan.
No.
You're just going to try to make some decisions that you think make sense for your team. And
I thought it was cool.
The decisions have been pretty good for the San Diego Padres and Craig Stammen.
Yeah, so far so good. I think, we'll see how it plays out, obviously, but it's nice to know that you have that in your Swiss Army knife, right? Remember your Swiss Army knife when you were a kid? Or you probably didn't have one, did you?
Of course I had one.
Liar. Did
No,
you?
I did.
With the toothpick?
Yeah, I didn't use it much.
Oh,
But,
okay.
The
little scissors?
Yeah, little scissors,
the
pocket
the
knife.
toothpick's
I mean,
my
you couldn't
favorite.
take it to school. You would get in
Yeah,
trouble,
you get
but I had
trouble.
it at home, which
You
was no
did.
use to have it at
Paulie,
home.
does that
but I had
surprise
one.
you that he had one? It surprises me a little
I'm
bit.
sure Grandma gave me one at some point because
Yeah.
it's something that grandmas like to give to grandkids.
That's
Ooh,
fair.
Swiss Army knife. How very
Kind of cool.
1947 gift of you.
What's funny is Ben at his home using the corkscrew to open an actual bottle of wine
Right.
for his parents when he was like 14.
Plus, I
probably.
was always a fan of the show MacGyver, and he always carried
Always
a
had
Swiss
one.
Army knife to get him out of every situation.
That's
by
true.
creating some sort of impossible
Ooh,
device.
Katie,
The worst scissors
The worst
on the
scissors of all
planet.
time. Katie and her Kat says he has a right to his opinion about Tatis. No one needs a lecture from Ben. I couldn't agree more, Kat. I think everyone's tired of your lectures, sir. Yeah, he's entitled to his opinion, but it's not an asinine decision. It's not Manny Machado with the gear on catching Mason Miller in the ninth. That's an asinine
All right,
decision.
so how about this one?
You're telling me you took an infielder and put him back in the infield for 2 games, and that's asinine?
What about Tatis going homerless so far? Is that not alarming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. When Ty France is out homered you, I'd be alarmed.
I believe, and I haven't checked the numbers since the last couple of days. No one has had more hard hit balls in baseball than Fernando Tatis Jr.
I know.
This season.
This
No
season,
one has
nobody.
hit the ball harder.
It's crazy.
I have to believe that is going to lead to home runs.
Like, that's a good thing.
It's a
in
good
general.
thing. Nah, we say that, but Eric Hosmer every year was scorch the ball right into the ground. And they were, that's when they could shift. And they're
Well,
like,
we're not seeing that out of Tatis.
no. But no, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about him not hitting a bomb yet. And I'm sure I'm sure it's all he thinks about.
No, every at bat that passes now.
Yes, everyone.
You're thinking about it.
Remember Luis Campusano going 21 ABs without a hit. Now, that's excruciating, but you're also like, cool, I got
21, but yeah.
What wasn't it 21?
I think he got to like 35.
35 ABs?
between
I
the
thought
last
it was
two
21.
seasons.
Between hits?
Oh,
Yeah.
between
Hits, yeah.
I think if you're Fernando, you're like, yeah, I'm in the lineup every day. I'm getting a lot of ABs and I'm not hitting homers. I'm sure he's freaked out about it right now.
We will come back. We will talk some Masters in the Reindl Report. We will talk some Coachella in the Reindl Report as well. Again, feel better to Dennis. If he had been here, would have been on the SDCCU fan hotline. That's not Big Bang Banking. It's better. Hour number 4 of Ben and Woods next on the Fan. Woods, did you hear that last promo for tomorrow's Padres Mariners game?
No. Oh, the one with the music.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a certain song playing behind it.
It was.
Paulie, do you know anything about that?
Pearl Jam's
It was.
Alive.
Just a little Easter egg.
Padres playing the Mariners tomorrow. I have not heard word one about the second year of the Vetter Cup. Have you? Has it just been conveniently forgotten and dropped? That
Should interview Eddie Vedder about it.
Now the Vetter Cup series, or have we just decided to sweep that one under the rug after Padres got bodied? I think 5 out of 6 last year by the M's, if I remember correctly, and losing the what we were told was the inaugural Vetter Cup, and didn't they have a trophy that was supposed to go back and forth like the old oil can,
guitar, and
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything.
But seems like both sides have just decided to forget the whole thing ever happened last year.
Fine by me, right? I think that's the that's the entire joke was that it was Eddie Vedder's a Cubs fan, so the joke that originated on Twitter years ago was about that, and then somebody just said, why are we fighting over a Cubs fan? That's the joke, but then they took it and they did it. They actually did it, and Eddie Vedder, obviously was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll be there. I'll come in the booth with you, Mud and Don, and did his thing where he talks for 15 minutes and says 7. And I, think about baseball. And baseball is good, but is also bad and good and can be bad at times. And, Mud and Don in there doing their thing. But, yeah, I've not heard one.
Perhaps they realized that, yes, I heard that yesterday's game was a fraction short of a sellout, but they're operating at like 99.9% capacity at Petco Park. They got the Puffy jacket giveaway coming up this week on Wednesday during the Mariners series. Maybe we don't need a little hokey Vetter Cup this week.
Yeah,
we'll just
fine with it.
See if you can win a series against the Mariners and keep the run going over the next 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Paulie, take it away. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest. Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Happy Monday, gentlemen.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
All right, let's get into it. I'll start with Benny. I'll let you lead off here in the Reindl Report.
Okay.
We have not talked about the Masters. I didn't watch a second of it, so please fill me in on what I missed.
Rory McIlroy had a 5-stroke lead going into the weekend. Lost all of it. Cam Young tied him for the lead at 11 under going into the final round.
Playing together.
They were playing together, and then Rory lost it even more with a double and a bogey on the front 9, was down to 9 under. Justin Rose took the lead temporarily. Remember, he won at Torrey earlier this year. And then on the back 9, Rory recovered, made a great birdie on 12. That's the famous Rays Creek par 3. Went for it, very dangerous shot, but knocked it close, made a birdie 13, the par 5 that followed. So he conquered Amen Corner.
Wow.
Took the lead and cruised, essentially. Had a 2-shot lead going into the final hole. Now, this is the one point where it got a little interesting because his last tee shot, he blocked so far to the right. And if you know Augusta on the 18th tee, there is a big stand of trees. Like, he could get blocked out by giant trees, have to chip backwards. Double bogey's definitely in play if you're over there. He was so far to the right, though, he was able to actually hook it around on his second shot up by the green. One complaint, though. Yeah, one group left on the course. 2 golfers are left. Him and Cam Young. CBS, every single reporter, every single camera left, right on them. They couldn't find the ball. They hit the shot. No one had any idea where it was. I mean, it took them like a good 5 minutes before he walked up and went to the bunker, and it was right there fine. Yeah, I thought it was, you were told.
I mean,
you're
getting excited, and I'm like, just wrap it up. Let's go.
You see him start
How
going.
do you not have eyes on the leader's golf ball? Like every single eye at the Masters needed to be on Rory's ball. Like, where is this going? If it's in the trees, if it hits a tree somewhere, this could be the entire tournament. And no one had any clue where he hit the ball on the last hole.
Makes the intrigue. Even
got it
more.
on the green, 2-putter for bogey, and a 1-stroke win over Scotty Scheffler, who played well in the final round, but not quite well enough to overcome Rory McIlroy, who wins his 2nd straight green jacket, which means the past champion can't put it on you.
You put it on yourself.
You have to put it back on yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, the chairman, Fred Ridley, put it on him. Only 4 golfers now have ever won Masters 2 straight years. They're pretty good. Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, Tiger Woods, and now Rory McIlroy.
Pretty elite company there.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I watched the last 20 minutes, which is pretty much all I needed to get the gist of it.
It wasn't with so many good names on the Rory, Scotty, Justin Rose, a lot of great names. Xander finished top 10. Still wasn't all that thrilling of the back 9 on a Sunday at Augusta.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the usual drama.
Missed something.
Yeah. Hao Tung Lee made a 10 on number 13.
A 10?
Yeah. Yeah. Put his second shot over Race
Right,
Creek
you
into
gotta
the
wrap it
bush.
up.
Okay, never mind.
What's this guy's name? Hao Tung Lee?
Hao Tung Lee. Yeah.
You can look it up. All right, we'll switch over. We
got him going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just deep breath.
He putted one into the creek.
Those greens were like
They were
ice,
pretty-
though.
yeah, they were
It's
fast.
Stupid.
We teased it earlier. Little update on the San Diego State basketball roster, or I should say lack thereof.
The exodus. as
Because
it were.
everyone's gone. Going down the list here.
What is tryouts, Paulie?
Yeah, probably soon. So we'll just go through the whole list. Guys that you heard all their names throughout the season. Reese Dixon Waters, he's gone. He was a senior. Jeremiah Oden, another senior, he's gone. Sean Newman Jr., he is gone. Miles Bird, I don't think we talked about it late last week.
I missed this.
He has signed with Providence. And from what I believe I saw, it was like $2.5 million in NIL money. So Miles Bird, he is gone. Farrell Compton, one of the newest officially to leave the Mesa, he has committed to Oregon. They have a lot of NIL money as well. So
They have like
Magoon
the
Guath-
most of anybody.
Really?
Either
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State
Nike.
or Oregon. They got
Yeah.
insane Nike money.
So BJ Davis is still expected to leave. Miles Heidi is expected to leave. Magoon Guath
Who's
is
sta-
expected to
You
leave.
could've-
Taj DeGorville has put his name into the transfer
Who's
portal.
staying is what I want to know. Is
Um,
anyone staying?
Maybe LZ Harrington and maybe Tay Simmons.
Those are the 2 key guys.
Those are the
coming
2 guys
back.
that got any minutes.
And the redshirt Latrell Davis.
Latrell Davis
should be good
and
next year.
Fakbor Majak, who got like 5 dumpster time minutes
Yeah.
throughout the whole season.
But they did sign someone this weekend too.
Yeah. What's his first name?
Jeremiah.
Everybody,
But
Bear.
Everyone calls him Bear.
Bear
yeah.
Cherry.
Bear Cherry.
He signed. where was-
6'11" forward.
He was originally at UNLV.
Yeah, but it was at Sacramento State playing for Mike Bibby last year, I believe. Got hurt, like had good first 5 games or something. Got hurt. Everyone kind of forgot about him, but not Dutch, who liked what he saw.
Okay.
And has inked him for next season.
He was averaging, it says here in the UT, 18 points, 9.6 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks a game through just 5 games before suffering a season-ending knee injury.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Bear Cherry.
Bear Cherry.
Great name. It's his last name. Bear Dash Cherry?
Cherry is his last name.
Cherry.
Bear
Bear's like
is
a
his
nickname.
nickname.
Oh, Bear's
'cause
his
he's a
nickname.
big guy. He's 6'11".
Bear Cherry.
Forward. Jeremiah Cherry, a.k.a.
Bear
Cherry.
I like that.
And then finally, we'll wrap it up. It was weekend 1 of Coachella
It
over the
was.
weekend. How much did you catch of it, if any?
I caught some of the Strokes set, and I caught some of Interpol's set. And I got to tell you, why you would ever go there is beyond me.
It looks
because
amazing
the
on
stream
TV.
is perfect. What? Why would I need to go out there and suffer in the heat and the wind and the dust?
It's
and
always been one of the coolest things that they do about Coachella. The way they stream it live
it's
on
so
YouTube.
good.
You don't have to sign up for anything.
It sounds amazing. It looks incredible.
You feel like you're
feel
there.
like you're there. I mean, it was so good. So I caught a little of their set. But I was so busy, man. I was jamming all weekend, so it was cool. It looked really, really good. I saw some interesting things. Justin Bieber's performance was quite interesting. Now he sold his music sold the rights to his
Scooter
music.
Braun.
Scooter Braun
took it over.
So,
like his former guy.
Like what?
Well, Taylor Swift did that, but then she just re-recorded it all.
Somebody
just do
like,
that.
took
Some company owned the rights to her music, so she just said, "All right, well, I'll just re-record it in my own studio."
Everything says Taylor's version now. Can Justin do that too? And just
He
Justin's
could,
version.
in theory.
So he did. He came out on stage, and he had a table set up and a laptop. And
he was like in a chat room. He was like getting like instant feedback, and he started like just playing videos. His laptop was like, the ultimate HDMI cable.
So it's like Mud Grant doing Coachella, just showing everyone fun YouTube videos.
Well, I guess I was reading about
his songs.
I didn't watch any of the set.
I didn't either.
I read about it. He was
I'm
up
a
there for
51. I'm a 50-year-old man. I'm not watching Justin Bieber play. I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in July.
He played like a ton of songs of his like most recent albums, and then finally, like it was like an hour and a half in, he like sang like "Baby" and some of the songs that have been around for 20 years
with YouTube's accompaniment.
Yeah.
So then he wouldn't have to pay rights fees. He played it off YouTube.
Justin Bieber has one of the most like watched YouTube videos of all time. Like it was him as a very young child, like singing on YouTube in like 2007 or whatever.
I will say some of the older bands, like people are bringing up David Byrne from the Talking Heads. Devo had a killer set apparently. Like some of the older bands that weren't like, "Hi, I'm Sabrina Carpenter," like came out and crushed and got a new generation.
Iggy Pop
of fans.
was there.
Iggy Pop
running
was
around
there.
shirtless.
Yes, man,
how old is Iggy Pop?
He's like 70-something years old. Yeah, just I see that guy. I see that guy at the YMCA.
I mean,
every
obviously,
day in
if
the
you're
gym.
in good shape, you can extend it a little bit. But what's the absolute cutoff age for going shirtless?
Like in
even
public?
if even if you are in
For me,
as
it
good
was
a
like
shape
18.
as you can be. Yeah, but I mean, let's say you at some point you really just need to always put a shirt on, right?
I would say
unless you're in the water.
I mean, I don't even show my feet. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit more discerning than most.
Then
but
Bieber started then just like on stage in the middle of Coachella, like Saturday night, Coachella main stage, everything. He's just like watching YouTube videos. He's like, "Oh, you guys remember?" Like he did the double rainbow video.
Yeah,
from
you guys
20
remember this?
years ago. He did
this.
Oh, cause some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him. Got him.
And there's just a camera right on him while he's sitting there on YouTube, just like what we do at late at night on your phone. You're just watching one YouTube video leads to another, and he's just like
Coachella on stage.
Hey, you guys remember Charlie Bit Me?
Yeah, he plays it. Charlie Bit Me. Let's see who else. Who else got some good? Oh, 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor and his wife came out and did 9 Inch Noise, and I saw some of that. It was staggering. But it looked like everybody had a pretty good time. It
didn't look like it was insanely hot. It was like 75, 80 degrees.
Everybody loves to hate on everything these days, myself included. I'm very definitely guilty of it for sure. But I watched, a couple of Instagram reels that were like, "Look at this," and it's just all rich influencers now, and blah blah blah. I think it is what you make of it, right? And
my wife's girlfriend, she went on a girls trip. She was texting Megan throughout the weekend. She's like, "Sabrina Carpenter was awesome. Justin Bieber has been, I've loved him forever."
Right.
Like, she's like, "We had a great time. It was not too hot. Like the dust storms weren't too bad. Like, looked like it went off without a hitch."
Hey man, I've had some of the best times of my life out there. So
my Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women talking about what they were going to wear at Coachella, like outfits.
Save him saying, "My Instagram feed was peppered with young women," and just leave it at that. Thank you.
Is that a thing? Like they tell you what they're going to wear at these festivals?
You've never seen my video I did?
No.
Oh, I got to find it for you.
You did
I did a Coachella.
What I'm going to wear.
What
at
are we
Coachella?
wearing? Yes, and it's obviously I did a shtick. But you have to see it. It's so good.
I would like to see that.
Here I am. Here's my big flower. You'll see it. You'll love it.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women.
It sounds even better than it did in my head.
Jocelyn wants to know,
Wow.
why is that part of your algorithm?
Yeah, you don't like
Benjamin.
fashion?
Holy.
That is so.
Do you ever? My Instagram feed was peppered this Do you ever weekend. see something with on your Instagram young women,
Mm.
and you kind of know you probably don't want to look at it because it's going to get into your algorithm, and you wonder how long can I watch this before it starts getting into my algorithm because I don't want it here, but I'm watching it anyway, and now you're worried that that's all I'm going to get.
It just made
I watched like 2 videos of people like getting into first class seats at airplanes. Now, like 80% of my videos is, hey, would you like to fly Emirates first class? No, I'm not going to the Middle East ever.
Why did you watch
Because
people?
I just wanted to see what it looked like sitting
their
in first class, like
Okay.
experience was.
Yeah.
Like I get 1,700 of those a week now, as though I'm going to be flying
Oh my God.
Emirates to Dubai anytime soon. I have no plans on flying first class internationally, but man, Instagram sure thinks I want that. So
That is one of my
Kayla says I can click not interested. I've never seen a not interested button on my Instagram feed.
Yeah, if you don't follow an account and it pops up on your feed, there should be like a way,
Okay.
like show me less of this or something like that.
so weird because all I get is coaching stuff and like
That's
hey,
not that weird.
Your kid, yeah, it's not. But, like that's what I'm saying because I don't look at young girls on my Instagram. I look at coaching tips.
Mine are
How to
like
get your kids from rolling over.
my Instagram like algorithm is nothing but check out this awesome card I ripped, this one of one,
Yes,
or hey,
yes.
look at this dog that needs adopting.
I get top restaurants in every city, but now Chicago, I'm getting all sorts of it. I guess
Oh,
they know
good.
we're going.
They do.
So they keep saying, here's the top pizzas in Chicago. Here's the top beef sandwiches, hot dogs in Chicago, steak restaurants in Chicago. That's all I've been getting lately, too.
Man, that is good stuff.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women.
That made my Monday. Thank you for that. Peppered is such a good word. Oh, it's so good.
Ben's like, oh my God, there's just too much.
I'm losing it.
Wow. Man.
I'm losing it.
All right, we'll take a little time out. We're having some fun. Maybe we'll spin the topic wheel when we come back. No game today. It's a preview. We can save all the Padres Mariners talk for tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk a little more about Nick Pivetta as well. All coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You heard me choking to death right there. I really probably said I have to do this spot for Eco Water, but I need to get an actual drink of Eco Water so that I don't choke to death.
You still got them drugs, don't you?
I do. It's right here. You can hear me. Look. That's the real deal. That's from the work reservoir here, Eco Water SoCal. We've got it at work, got it at our house. You can get it at either or both. If you would like to, too. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of hard water here in San Diego. It can destroy appliances. Not great for your body either. If you can imagine, if it's bad for your pipes, it's probably bad for your body. We've had the Eco Water SoCal system in our home for years, the MVP of our home, certainly. They've been doing this since 1925, over a century of perfecting the soft life for you so that you know when they come to your house, they'll do a free in-home water test, show you what's in your pipes. No guesswork, just facts, guys. They'll put the system in. And then you'll have Eco Water SoCal flowing from every single faucet if you so choose. Their new systems feature smart leak monitoring as well. Also a whole home shutoff. They have financing up to 84 months. So it's a no-brainer. If you're still doing the big delivery, once a week, you're sending water back, you're running out of water, you got to wait. Guys, this is a no-brainer. 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Going until 10 o'clock this morning. No Padres baseball today.
What shall we do with ourselves?
NBA postseason doesn't start until tomorrow.
Oh, damn it.
Well, I guess we're going to be all watching the WNBA draft today. It is starts at 4 o'clock. And we can break it down tomorrow morning.
All right.
Yeah, we are actually pretty close. Next week, I should be mocking the draft because the NFL draft is next Thursday.
Oh, my God.
So let's plan for Wednesday, Paulie, before I leave for a couple of days. We'll do mock the draft next Wednesday.
Perfect.
But we don't
There's
have,
like not even a movie.
Yeah, we don't have a ton to
show. Like what's out on
quiet
Mondays?
night. We can check out some other baseball, but
I'll be
not
watching other
Padres
baseball and DTF St. Louis. I did not watch it last night. So I forgot that
Still need to start that one.
Padres were off, but I'll be now that I know I have something to do tonight. DTF St. Louis on HBO Max with Jason Bateman. It's really good.
Season 5 of Hacks just started.
Oh, God,
Final
I'm so
season.
tired of that show.
Euphoria.
Really?
Season
Same show.
3 is returning.
Oh, no.
Nothing's changed.
What are you talking about?
I watched like the first three seasons. I was like, oh, we get it. You guys go back and forth and you write jokes for her. Like, there's nothing fresh about it to me. Now, maybe I need to go watch season 4 and now apparently 5. But I just was like, all right, I got the story. I got it
You
down.
can say that about a lot of shows.
Yeah, maybe. But
I mean, it's The Sopranos. It's the same thing. Every episode, it's the mob. Like this, we get it. You're a bad guy, and you're gonna kill that guy.
now you're just being ridiculous at this point. Now
I'm just saying, like all shows.
But it's the
I mean,
same
Paulie's
two
right.
characters.
Every show has
Breaking
a
Bad. I
central
mean, my
theme.
God, every episode was
It's
like
about
this
meth.
guy's just making meth.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean their dynamic, like it changes. It goes like peaks and valleys of their friendship or whatever. But I'm like, I thought it would have been a really good show had you wrapped it up after season 3.
Did you guys watch Euphoria?
No, I'm not a giant pervert. How old are you? The show is not made for you.
Is that true?
Yes.
I thought you watched shows
made for
that
adults.
Are
I'll tell you that
about,
right now.
Isn't it
different
about-
about your own life, not about just what you normally experience.
Isn't it about teens, sex and stuff, and drugs in high school?
They were, but now they're adults because it's been 5 years.
There was
Season
interest
3.
because of like it was
Sydney Sweeney's boobs. That's why people watched.
No, the first 2 seasons, I mean, they captivated. Like it was
Right.
HBO's #1 show. It was
And then
insane.
they've gone away for
and then
years.
they just went away for 5 years.
I guess we know why his algorithm is the way that it is on Instagram. Man, no, I did not watch it.
Paulie must have watched.
I did.
Yeah, Paulie watched.
Oh, he's younger than he's
That's
15
true.
years younger than you. 15 years.
I have kids that age, though. It's good to see what
Well, it's
what's
like-
going on.
I was
with the
talking about
youth.
the show with a buddy who's a high school teacher, and he's like, "Look, kids are screwing around
Yeah,
and
yeah.
doing drugs," but he's like, "Nothing like this. Like no kids are doing that." And it's like, yeah, that's the television part. Like, it's your high school experience or people that you knew times like 50. And you're kind of like, what do I want? What's going to happen next? But the first 2 seasons were sequential. It was good timing and everything. You're like, all right, I'm in. And then they just went away because Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney and everybody, they got so
famous.
big
Movies
that they're
and
like, well,
everything,
we're going to
yeah.
do all these other jobs now and strike while the iron's hot. And so now it's like,
all right, we're back
4 years after high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't expect anything good from this season, but I wanted to at least see the first episode.
Did it dropped?
It dropped last night.
Did you watch it?
I know I have not.
Tonight. Now we know what you're doing.
Maybe.
Peppering your Instagram feed with young women.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women.
So elite. What an elite drop.
Coachella outfits.
Right.
And is Coachella over? Or is there the second
No,
weekend?
second
Do it
weekend.
again this weekend. Run it
Again.
back.
Yeah, some people are going to run it back both.
Do they
Is it the
go
exact
to
same?
both weekends?
Same,
Oh, yeah.
exact same. Now you'll have maybe different, like surprise. Like Billy Corgan came out with a band and played. I don't know if he's doing that again. They bring out somebody else. There's more different surprises and things like that. Every year I would get all panicked about which one we were going. Every year,
Well, like,
which one do we go to? We go first or second? I think I'd prefer first. Well, but like you work some kinks out, maybe be better the second.
So like,
Every year I would just be in full on panic mode about it.
do you need to, if you're the artist, like a headlining artist, do you need to kind of plan for at least 2 different variations of your set? Because like I saw a clip, Sabrina Carpenter on Friday night had a little intermission or whatever in between songs, and Will Ferrell was out there doing some shtick. And I go, can she bring him back now on Friday night?
No, I think you got to
do something different, right?
Yeah, I think you have to do something else.
Yeah, 100%.
I was funny. When I saw the Oasis show in England last year, I had been, you catch clips from the other shows, and I think I went to it was like 6th or 7th that they put together. But what I found interesting was they were doing the same shtick in between songs, even than
not even just the music,
right?
Even the banter.
The set list was the same, and then Noel would come and he's like, "All right, here's one for the ladies," and then play a song, and you're like, "I've heard you do this bit the last 6 shows." I guess when you find something, you just stick to it.
What percentage of people do you think that went to the first weekend then come back? It's got to be very, very low, right? There can't be that many people who do.
I mean, it happens
both
for sure.
weekends of Coachella.
Yeah,
that seems like.
That's
that's
overkill, man. I would make it. I would not make it. I
That's
would
a
not.
lot of
You
money.
wouldn't. You would not see me again.
2%. I mean, what? That just seems like to spend 2 entire weekends at Coachella.
Gaspo says first week is for the influencer crew, and the second week is for the real music fan. Yeah, maybe. But I would every year. I just remember getting panicked. What if we're going to be left behind? What if K-Rock's out there first? I'm sure they will be. Like it's a nightmare.
It is interesting that they do back-to-back weekends for Coachella, and then the third weekend is usually Stagecoach, and you're like not even like more than a week gap in between.
No,
like,
if you live in Indio, you're like, just kill me dead, kill me dead. I had the influencers, the drug addicts, and now we've got the hillbillies out here, and we are going nuts. And just kill me dead. You rent your house and you get the hell out of there for a week.
It's like the whole city,
$50,000.
the whole area needs like a couple of weeks recovery after Coachella just to get ready for Stagecoach.
We didn't even go. We didn't even go to Coachella and we're exhausted. So I'm sure it's a nightmare.
Speaking of music, we're giving you and a guest a chance to go away with Weezer on their Weezer The Gathering tour. Get hooked up with flights, 2-night hotel stay, and a pair of tickets to see Weezer, plus a meet and greet with the band and a signed set list thanks to Live Nation and Crush Music. All you have to do is enter to listen on the Odyssey app. Download the free app, create your account, favorite our station, listen for an hour to get your daily entry, and come back each day for another chance to win. This is a national contest. We'll wrap things up. It's possible the Nick Pivetta injury is not even the most consequential injury that happened in Major League Baseball yesterday. We can talk about that and a little bit more heading to 10 o'clock with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guests on Ben Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. That was just Craig Elsten today because Dennis Lynn was under the weather. So we'll reschedule him for later in the week. But tomorrow, I have Jesse Agler on as the incorporator on a Tuesday as the Padres host the Seattle Mariners in the opener to a 3-game series. And not like you ever get easy pitching matchups against the Mariners. They're all pretty good.
Yeah.
But Brian Wu, I think, has a 1.5 ERA.
Cool.
Is starting game 1 against Michael King tomorrow night. At
Guess
6:40.
what? He didn't need it all, but he got it all.
Walk his ass off. He's tough. They're tough. Who you got? Wu. Who else?
Wu, followed by Emerson Hancock against Randy Vasquez on Wednesday, and then Luis Castillo.
Emerson Hancock.
It's Herbie.
It's
Hancock.
Herbie Hancock. He has no idea what we're talking about.
He's like,
No idea
good
what
one,
that movie
guys.
is. No idea, right?
No.
All right. Good.
But
Who
as
else?
Mud said on the
Tommy
roundtable
Boy?
last week,
Really?
if one person gets the movie
Then it's
reference,
funny.
that's fine. You don't. Not everyone has to get the movie reference.
True. Who else?
Then Luis Castillo against Walker Buehler.
Man, all right. It's just every time we read our, we got Randy.
But they missed George Kirby is pitching
Kirby goes today.
and
Logan Gilbert.
Logan Gilbert pitched yesterday, so they missed those two.
It was pretty gross. Pretty gross. Hancock's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Where King, Randy,
King, Randy, and
Buehler.
Buehler. All right.
All coming off very, very solid starts. I think
Indeed.
no more than a run or so allowed by the three of them in each of their last starts combined.
Indeed.
So, yeah, good pitching matchups for this series.
Excited. You know, again, the Rockies are, a lot was made of their bullpen coming in. They have, the most guys or something that throw over 97. Their ERA before they got to Petco Park was like 1.66 in the pen, and that certainly changed. Their bullpen looked very fallible against the San Diego Padres, Benjamin, in a 4-game mop.
Well, Padres did a good job.
They did.
Of getting into, 2 extra inning games or 1 extra inning game and 1, late 9th inning game that was close, kind of taxed the Colorado bullpen, really gave the Padres the advantage. And then when Kyle Freeland couldn't start yesterday, the Rockies were toast.
Up against it. Yep.
Beozo, who gave up the walk-off to Xander, he actually did them a huge solid by throwing almost 90 pitches, I think, and saving the rest of them. They had nothing left. They had used everybody multiple times by the end of that series. Meanwhile, the Padres, after using Mason Miller 3 days in a row, he's going to get at least 3 days off because didn't pitch Saturday, didn't pitch yesterday, off day today. So nice reset for the Padres bullpen with the off day, and yesterday not having to go too deep into the pen to get, close out a 7-2 win. So you should be in really good shape to at least start that series against the Mariners. And they don't have a day off because they play an afternoon game today and then have to fly to San Diego later tonight. So you're in good shape going into the series.
Yeah, indeed. And you hope that they get to Kirby today in Houston and work that pen before they get here. Brian Wu he's capable of giving you some length and girth, I'm sure, on the mound, Benny, but it's going to be a tough challenge.
Mentioned obviously the Nick Pivetta injury could be huge for the Padres, but yesterday I'm sure the Milwaukee Brewers even more concerned. Christian Yelich was pulled for a pinch hitter in the 5th inning in the game against the Washington Nationals yesterday due to tightness in his left hamstring. Now we talked about the relative optimism of Craig Stammen.
I was just going to say, this is a little different.
Pat Murphy's the other way. He met with reporters after the game, goes, we're most likely going to get some bad news on Yelich. So they were bracing Milwaukee for a potential extended stint on the injured list for Christian Yelich, by far probably their best, most consistent star in the lineup in the former 2018 NL MVP. And they just lost all 3 games to Washington as well. So you can't be feeling too good right now in Milwaukee, but I will caution everybody.
They'll win the 100 games.
It's still very early in the season, and there's still going to be many, many ups and downs for every team, including your San Diego Padres.
Indeed.
They're not just going to cruise to probably 100+ wins. There's going to be some low points in this season still coming as well.
Yeah, I try to minimize as many of those.
They've already weathered one of them through the first week of the season, the first homestand, and now they've had a good road trip and a good start to the second homestand, but so much baseball left to be played.
So much baseball.
All right, let's check traffic, and then we can come back, spin the topic wheel, have fun for the last 10 minutes or so of the show on 97.3 The Fan.
It's Monday, bro. Relax.
Said than done.
Yes.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by San Diego law firm fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Jammed south on the 5 at La Costa Avenue with a collision blocking the left lane. Then further south, another crash right at the 56. Sometimes it's called a joke, a compliment, a hand that stays too long. If it's happening at work, you don't have to face it alone. San Diego law firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Topic Wheel asks, what is your all-time favorite TV show theme song?
Oh, you can tell I love TV theme songs.
Very excited.
Because I include one in all of our TV Take on Woods contests now. But the best one ever? Wow, that's tough.
I like Wonder Years, isn't it? Wasn't that?
That's Joe Cocker doing
Little Help from My Friends.
That's
good.
Cover the Beatles. I think Cheers is my favorite one.
It's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. But you, Paulie?
Favorite TV show theme song? I really liked Sons of Anarchy's Riding Through This World All Alone.
You and Chris Paddock loved it, I promise you.
I really liked it.
That bugged me, and I liked that show a lot.
Yeah.
But every time they did it, I was like, all right.
Crow's Strange. When you binge it, it was a little much.
It's a little
but
much
when you
if
hear
you
it again,
binge.
you're like, kind of badass.
Kid Ben loved like the electronica 80s theme
Knight Rider?
song. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That song.
Miami
Vice was elite.
We had that on Take on Woods just the other day. That was a great one.
MASH is the worst. It's so sad. Are you kidding, Steve?
Suicide
is Painless is like the saddest song ever.
Oh, Sopranos is fantastic.
See, I never liked it. And it's my favorite show, and I never liked it. Oh, up this morning. I never, ever thought it was good.
You know which one I loved? And I didn't love it the first time I heard it, but then I got to love it, was the Game of Thrones. Just the orchestral one that they did.
Sanford Sons was elite. This is incredible. They're so good. Dallas had a good one.
Oh, I love Dallas.
Three's Company.
I'd stay up. I wouldn't watch Dallas, but I'd watch whatever.
The beginning.
Just for the theme song. And they'd have an overhead shot of Cowboy Stadium with the big hole in the roof.
Yeah.
And I always like to see the Cowboy Stadium in the credits to Dallas.
That's
right.
Always
a good one, too.
That's right. All right, next. Some good ones in the chat. Chips was elite.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
What is something that everyone pretends to enjoy, but secretly does not?
Oh.
I say camping.
I would say
Steely Dan.
I would say documentaries, but you guys, I know, genuinely love documentaries, and I always feel like I have to say that I enjoy them, but I rarely actually do like documentaries.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me to know
murder
it.
documentary, nature documentary, music documentary.
Ooh, Roots Gossage nails it. The Ben and Woods Show. That's actually a really good answer, dude. It's a really good answer. I hear you. I get that.
But it's something everyone pretends to enjoy, but secretly
they really
doesn't.
don't.
Yeah.
The Ben and Woods Show. I get it.
Padres baseball.
Padres baseball. Yes, Mike. Best answer of the day. Best answer of the day. There are people that watch. I'm like, you don't like baseball. You hate this. You are in. When we get a big hit, are you like, damn it? I mean, it's so weird. People would rather be right than be happy.
Paul says rain in the chat.
I'm with you. I'm Paul. Yes.
I love a rainy day.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's right.
No, you don't. You don't love a rainy
Kimchi.
day. Kimchi's good. Even I like kimchi.
You like kimchi?
Yes, even I like kimchi.
I hated it the first time
Weddings.
I tried it.
Yes. Weddings. Yes. No one has ever gotten a wedding invite and been like, oh, yes, hell yes. Rarely. I mean, it's your kids or something. But like, if you get a wedding invite at our age, you're like, there is no way I'm going to this thing. And I mean, no way. I got one the other day from one of my best friends on the planet. His daughter is getting married in Wichita, in June. I'm like, what? You said this for the gift, right? I'm going to send you a gift. I'm going to send you a generous gift because I shan't be.
Let me throw in. What would you say the best wedding you ever went to was? Can you remember it? Can you name any details about that made it such a good wedding? I got invited once. Like, I think sometimes the best weddings are the ones where you don't even know the people getting married. Like, you're dragged
You're just
along.
showing up and going.
You're just showing up and you're just trying to see, all right.
Most weddings I've been to recently, I was involved in them in some capacity as a groomsman or something. And that's a lot.
Those are hard.
Like, I had like 4 in a row and then finally had one where I had nothing to do with it and I just got to enjoy it. And
yourself.
I'm like, this wasn't that bad.
Thanks for the $5,000 bill.
Yeah, I did get invited to one, and I don't remember even who it was. Someone, in-laws, friends, families, daughter, sort of thing. It was like in a Napa vineyard, and it was like,
that's lovely.
It was really nice, really high-end wines and great food and everything. It was really good.
I went to one in a Mexican vineyard, and it was beautiful. Drove down, went to TJ, and then took a cab way down to the wine country, and it was outstanding. I mean, it was in the middle of nowhere, though, so it was you were in it. You drank some Palomas and had a good time, and really suffered through the next day, but it was pretty fun. But yeah, these days. Wedding, it's expensive. And yeah, I love my buddy. I've known him since we were in 7th grade, but I'm not coming to your daughter's wedding in June in Wichita.
And then let's be honest. The wedding's supposed to be about the ceremony, but if you're a guest, you just want to get to the reception
and eat and drink.
And if the ceremony is really, really long, like it's a Catholic ceremony or something, and you're there for multiple hours, that is tough. That can be really tough.
Yeah, that's right. Via de Guadalupe. It was incredibly
Mexican
beautiful.
Wine Valley,
Oh, it was beautiful. Such a cool
I still have
hotel.
never made it down
Have you
there.
not?
I really
It's
would
so
like to
cool.
go down and experience it.
Ben and Woods Tier 1 trip down there. All right, let's go the trifecta, Paulie. One more time, then we'll get out of here.
Man, got to refill the topic wheel.
Loose.
Oh, this is a good one. What is a minor injury that feels very dramatic every single time?
Anytime you hit your shin.
I was going to say my nose.
If
you get hit in the nose, your eyes start to water.
All of them for me, by the way.
So
Stubbing
bad.
your toe
Yeah.
is rarely damaging and always the most painful thing for about 22 seconds that you're ever going to get. Oh, I stub my toe and I
You know what else?
hate that.
You know what else? When you look down at your fingernail and you're like, let me get this little
hangnail.
Let me get the
off.
hangnail. The little cuticle, and then you peel it and it goes back
That's
4
a hangnail.
inches. No, hangnail's in your nail. I'm talking about your
No, I
cuticle.
thought hangnail's in the.
No, that's your cuticle.
Really? I thought that was the hangnail.
It's not even part of the nail. I'm talking about right here. Look, the cuticle.
but you pull it back and it hurts
And
so
it's
much.
skin.
Yeah,
You pull that skin
I
down.
still thought that was a hangnail.
No, hangnail is when you bite your nails as you do, and you got a little hanger on the side, and you
Well,
pop
doesn't
that
hurt.
out.
I
No,
do
that doesn't
all the
hurt at
time.
all. But when
I thought a hangnail was that thing there that you pull off of the skin and it just hurts like, ow.
Yeah, pulling a nose hair. That's a good one too.
Oh.
These are good.
That makes your whole face water.
Oh yeah,
a minute.
That's right. That's right.
Been doing that more lately.
What do you mean? That's not a
unfortunately.
hangnail. A hangnail is.
We're
I'm talking
both
about.
right.
Are we
All
both right?
Can we look it up? What
trying to
is a hangnail?
It's not. You're cute. Rod says we're both right.
A small torn piece of skin that separates from the edge of the fingernail, often causing pain and potential infections.
From the fingernail, right here at the top.
From the skin, but it's skin, not from the edge. This is all your fingernail. Everything from the top.
You
to
know
the
your
bottom.
fingernail is actually skin, right?
It's
not a nail.
It's not a nail. It's
no,
skin.
It's
skin.
It's keratin. Like
It's skin. I'm telling you.
But on the bottom there, the skin that comes off is also a hangnail.
That's
They're both-
your cuticle.
It's
is
the skin though. It's not part of.
Correct.
You're saying it's the like rough edge
I'm
of the fingernail.
It's the cuticle right down here. See that little red area, and one gets loose, and you pull it, and then it will like. Look, see how damaged mine
The
is.
cuticle is there underneath.
So like on this screen right now, is
that's
that
a hangnail. That's what I would say. That
that's kind of a
after
hangnail.
you pulled it,
if you
that's
go
what it
down
looks
south
like, it
there,
hurts.
if you go down south there and pull those though, that's what hurts.
All right, tomorrow 4 more
Glad we figured it
hours
out.
on what is a hangnail. So we'll talk about this at 6 a.m. relentlessly until we reach a decision. That's
Okay.
it. Braden's up next. For Paulie Woods, I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Monday from all of us at 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.